And it appears that we are running. Let's find out if we are. It says that we are, but I'm not sure if we are. I gotta stop singing on the fucking live stream. Come on, but I can't help it. Yo.
There's the notification.
There it is. Let's see. Can it be, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, sorry, I'm still
checking
to see.
There it is. Oh my God! I just want to apologize to everybody who listened to me singing just now. What's up, G Show Land, and welcome to another episode of the G Show live stream. I am G1, and this is the Godzilla Block Party. That's right. 10, I'm not mistaken, 10 weeks in a row where we have done a live stream. And if it's not 10, it's 9. But there's been 10 live streams because on Tuesday, we live streamed. On Tuesday, we live streamed. The fucking news broke that Adam Wingard was out as director for the next Godzilla X Kong movie. And there has not been a replacement. We talked about that on Tuesday in depth. It was I and my two co-hosts, a.k.a. cohorts, right here, right now. Start with JR. What the hell's up, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing pretty good. This is relaxing. We're good.
I'm super animated, and he's all like, hey, man, chill. Yeah, man. Yeah, love. Peace. Fuck. Also joining me is Shin Rob Jira himself. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am sitting next to my floor vent, getting blasted by some cold air, drinking a cold beer. Can't wait.
Cold.
Let's get going.
Cold beer? Wait a minute. I'm missing something.
Where's your brew, dog?
Oh, real quick.
There we go.
I do want to say something.
Uh-oh.
It is Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to all the veterans and
Absolutely.
those who have fallen.
Absolutely.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
My neighbor is a veteran. God bless him.
Massive
These
props to
drinks
all veterans.
are for them.
Absolutely. This podcast is dedicated to all the veterans out there who served this country, who have fallen for our country. I love all of y'all. Thank you for giving us a fucking place to stick around and hang out like this and do what we got to do. Because honestly, I don't think they get enough props and credit, and they deserve it. They deserve all of it.
Absolutely.
So shout out, even the fictional one. So shout out to Ford Brody. Massive props, massive respects. What? You didn't see that coming? Oh, another Ford Brody line, ladies and gentlemen. I am chock full of it today. We're gonna rock. We're gonna roll because you know why? We've got our ideas of who can be the next director of the MonsterVerse, the next director for GXK2, Godzilla vs. Kong 2, Godzilla Kicks Kong in the Nuts, whatever you want to call it. We've got 3 cracks at it. We're going to start with our third tier, second tier, and then we'll all give our number 1 pick who we really, really want. And as of course, it's a live stream, so the doors are open. You know, the usual cast of characters will come through, and yeah, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure one is probably going to hop on within the next 10-15 minutes. Hell, could be 10-15 seconds. But we are live. Let's get this started. Let's kick it off, and I'm going to kick it off with JR. You know why? Because JR didn't read the group chat early this morning. He didn't see the pinned comment. He didn't see the 3 bumps we did, and I don't mean bumps, okay? But he didn't see none of that. So literally about an hour ago when I got on, it was like, this is what we're doing. And he was like, what? But he is quick-witted and quick with it. So that being said, JR, if you had to choose, who would be your third tier option to direct the next Godzilla X Kong movie?
I would pick the director who started out the MonsterVerse. I would go Gareth Edwards.
Oh,
There he is.
not bad.
He has to be on the list for me, and he beat Doherty. He did. As much as I love King of the Monsters, I think 2014, though it's not my favorite, King of the Monsters is because of the monsters in it and blah, blah, blah. I won't get into it. 2014 feels like more of a cohesive story more realistic, and from the soldier's perspective, a ground soldier. That was perfect for me. It kept it realistic, and it spoke to me. It's like, listen, what if monsters attack the US? Nay, the world. Well, we're going to focus on how the US Army's going to handle it, specifically the National Guard. I'm down. That's all you had to say. And I mean, come on, did any of us dislike that movie when it came out? We were all jumping in our seats. The man knows how to build tension and suspense, and that cinematography, the camera work. Oh my God, it's beautiful. That was the first Godzilla movie where I felt the scale. I felt the impact. Gareth Edwards had a vision, and I would want that again. I do.
Agreed.
I think Gareth Edwards, again, to me, arguably the best MonsterVerse movie. It came out swinging, and it made Godzilla profitable. Remember, there was a 10 to 12 year hiatus, and it was 10 years. 10-year hiatus. And then he came out and created the MonsterVerse because of his movie. It's that good. And everything after as well. Rogue One, yeah, Disney meddled with it, but you see Gareth Edwards and his cinematographer throughout that movie, and it is damn good.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen the creator yet personally. You know, I know I'm terrible. Also, Monsters is a fantastic movie.
Monsters is really good.
Yes.
Also, chat. That's where I end with my number 3, but I got to get to chat real quick. Pedro Superhero was beyond amazed by 2014. That's what I'm saying. That is a fantastic movie in of its own right. Take it outside of an established franchise. That's just a goddamn good movie. And then Spider-Man's back.
Yeah, Spidey.
Back when technology was actually grounded in real world 2014. Yes, I love it. And that's why my number 3, Gareth Edwards, come back. It's almost easy. And yes, that's an Avenged Sevenfold reference. That's my number 3. So
that's not a bad number 3 whatsoever. Totally dig that one. And as far as the comments go, I agree 100% with both Pedro and Spider-Man. Rock on, because I am a huge mark for 2014. Make no mistake about it. That movie got me. But Rob, your third tier list director, who would you pick to make the next Godzilla X Kong movie?
All right. I'm going to ask y'all to bear with me, please.
Okay.
Just please bear with me because it's a weird one. My third director would be Spike Jonze. Director of Adaptation, Where the Wild Things Are, Her. The reason why I picked Spike Jonze is simply because he's got such an interesting style to how he moves the camera, to how he moves a story along, to how he can balance certain plots at a certain time and not make it feel like a fucking trash heap, essentially. And the other reason why I picked Spike Jonze is because he was the writer for all of the Jackass movies. He was the man who dressed up as a fully naked old lady and did a kickflip over a homeless man in the city. That level of attention to both in an artful sense and in a weird sense, an action-y sense, the whole 9 yards, I think it's a good mixture for where the MonsterVerse is as of right now. You know, with GVK, GXK, you know, we've gotten a little off the rails. We're having a lot of fun with it and everything. That's not a bad thing. But I feel like if that's where Legendary wants to continue it, having a little bit of something that's both pretty and very well done, to also having something that's spastically ridiculous, I think it could really, really work together. And I think Spike Jonze is a pretty good pick for that.
I gotta be honest, as soon as you said Spike Jonze, I was like, wow, Where the Wild Things Are. That's inspired casting. You thought about that this morning? I literally put this topic up this morning, and you was like, yeah, Spike Jonze. That's it. Fucking fantastic.
First thing, well, Her's one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, so, he was on the brain pretty quickly, and yeah.
Real quick, is Her the love story with the AI?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. I'm on the same page as you there. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think that's inspired. I really like that one. Great choice.
Awesome.
We're gonna have a couple of people joining us here in a couple minutes, but before we do, I'll get into my third tier pick, and it's kind of like what you just said, Rob. But we're already here with the Monsterverse, right? We're already here in Wacky Town. I'd go balls to the walls and hire this director whose movie just dropped this weekend, and that's George Miller. Go fucking crazy. High octane, balls to the walls. We're already here. Fucking Godzilla and Kong were floating through Hollow Earth, kicking monkeys' asses. We have jumped the shark, period. All we need now are fucking roadsters and monsters. And the only person that's going to pull that off is 6-year-old George Miller? He's 86, right?
Yes.
That man.
I have him pulled up. This man is older than life itself. He's actually 79, but,
Oh,
that's
79?
close.
I'll take 79. 79 is a great number, by the way. I'll take 79 because that just means he can still go. Because the stuff he did... Listen, Mad Max Fury Road messed me up, and I was supposed to see Furiosa last night, but because of work and my work schedule, we were going too late for me. I would have been snoring already. I've been snoring in the theater. And I want to watch that movie with, fresh eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, is that Brother Chase?
No.
Uh-oh. It's G73, a.k.a. Megzy, a.k.a. my brother Chase. How the hell are you, brother?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Good.
Very well.
Drinking
very
beer.
well. Drinking beer very well. All right, so you know the topic of conversation today. Oh, look at who else joined us. Look at this. I told you in a couple of minutes we're going to get it. Ladies and gentlemen, Gam Z1 has also joined the live stream. What's going on, my brother?
Hello. It could be better. It's been kind of a stressful day at work, but I'm getting over it.
Yeah.
It's one of those days. You know what it is? It's the Friday before a fucking 3-day weekend, a big national holiday, and honestly, in a place where you work, you've got to be going crazy because everybody's going. Everybody's going.
Yeah, like literally, I got wiped out of milk twice.
Holy
Jeez.
Who buys milk to go camping? That's weird.
my God, your tits must be killing you. Bad joke. Sorry, couldn't help it. But all right, Games, you know the topic of conversation. Chase, do you know the topic of conversation too? Correct.
Yes.
All right. So just a quick recap. Started with JR, went to Rob, and then I went. So we'll just real quick. JR, who is your number 3 tier director?
Gareth Edwards for the reasons I had specified prior.
Shin Rob, who was your 3rd tier director?
Spike Jonze for the reasons I specified earlier.
And my 3rd tier director was George Miller because Furiosa and Mad Max is just high octane, balls to the walls craziness, and that is where the Monsterverse in my eyes is right now. So who better, at least in my 3rd tier, because I got 2 others that is, in my opinion, better. But right now, who's hotter? It's George Miller. That being said, I'm going to go to you, Gams. I'll start with you. Who would be your 3rd tier director for the next GXK movie?
Colin Trevorrow, and let me tell you why.
Oh shit, I was going to say that.
He made cool dinosaur movies, and Godzilla's a dinosaur, so there we go.
Yeah, oh.
Simple and clean.
I swear to God, I thought you clowned me the other day when I said, oh wait, were you? Yeah, you did get on, right? Did you get on Tuesday? Yeah, I swear to God, I thought one of y'all clowned me, but neither here nor there. I was
Yeah.
mulling him over for third tier also, honestly. 'Cause it's
I
not
do
that
really like the first Jurassic World, and that final battle reminded me so much of a kaiju final battle fight, and I think Colin could cook with a MonsterVerse project. I genuinely do.
Hey, I mean, like, if there was any indication about his third Star Wars movie, it would have been the better of the three, or the best of the
Yeah.
three. So, yeah,
the truth.
that's a good pick, Colin Trevorrow, definitely. Brother Chase, what about you? What would be your third pick?
So do you mean like
So, like, all
just
right,
in general for the new film, or like out of 3 directors, who would I pick?
out of 3 directors, if you had 3 directors, number 1 being the best director, the one you really want. Number 2 is, your middleman, and number 3 is like, yo, I
We're
would.
starting at the bottom of the barrel. Is
Yes,
what you
sir. Yes, sir.
Mean. Bottom of the barrel director that I would pick for a MonsterVerse film. For a next one.
He just woke up, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I've been up all day.
Don't lie
I'm
to
just
me.
thinking. Because I have a top pick, but I don't know if I have 2 others I'd pick.
This was pinned. It was bumped 3 times. You've been up all day, and you couldn't come up with
together.
2 other people.
I love you, Chase. Get it together. Let's go. I'm just messing.
No,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just trying to pick. This is a
No,
very
we're good.
important thing. Because if I'm right
I mean-
about any of these directors, then I get to go to Hollywood while you all stay at home.
That's true. I forgot to tell you that is the grand prize.
You can always pick somebody that somebody else already said.
You can, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't like Colin Trevorrow as a pick because he makes Rexy shitty. I don't. I would say give Spielberg wouldn't do it because he's with Universal. Okay, you know what? I think my third tier would probably be Gareth Edwards.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Hell yeah.
And what's your reason?
Just because I would like to see him come back. You know what? I take that back. Mike Doherty would be my third tier. I would like to see Mike Doherty get a second chance without studio interference and maybe come in a little bit more confident. I'd
Chase-
like to see him give one more chance.
That's a great.
Chase, I love you.
It's a great point.
Because I couldn't pick between Gareth Edwards and Doherty, but I chose Gareth Edwards because I know that's a better film, like as a film. I'm so glad you said it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Doherty.
Well,
Sweet.
you never know. I mean, like, Doherty
Yeah.
might be still floating in the zeitgeist here. I mean, we don't know
Could.
just yet. You could be still here.
Spoilers. I didn't pick any of those MonsterVerse alumni to come back.
Look at you. All new people. Give me a new vision, damn it. I like the way you think, Gams. All right, well,
Hell yeah.
we got our third tiers out of the way, and while we start our second tiers, that'll give Chase enough time to figure out his second tier before he gets, to his number 1 pick. So that's a good thing.
I'll have my second tier when we get to the number 1 tier.
Why do you do this? Why?
I'll give my
Get it
number 1 tier
together.
at the end of the podcast.
What are you doing, dude?
It's commercial break
Hell
time.
yeah.
We get to Chase. It's a commercial break, so he can get his, get his answer right.
Yeah.
You know what Chase is? He's the quarter on the railroad track, and we're the train. And he has just fucking derailed it.
Yeah.
That's good though.
I'm a
Be
pretty
that
big quarter if I even have the strength to do that.
Well, all right.
Your $50.
All solid picks. We got Gareth. We got Spike Jones. That's inspired. It really is. George Miller, Colin Trevorrow, Michael Doherty. I do like the Doherty pick because I agree. I don't think he got a fair shake at it. And I would love to see him use Kong right? I would love to see how he would use Kong, because we saw the way he used Godzilla going at King Ghidorah, and that's a very strong fight. And honestly, I think he has an opportunity to bring back a bunch of monsters, because his might have been the one with the most monsters visually in it, whereas GXK had the most monsters. No, all right, I'm lying. Well, no, diversity. There was more diversity in King of the Monsters. GXK had the most fighting monsters on screen. But I think it would be a great opportunity for him to bring back a lot of monsters like Behemoth, and hell, we even get real Rodan. I'm asking for friends. We see real Mothra. We've seen real Mothra now, so let's get real Rodan, and I would totally be down for that.
You didn't like Force Ghost Mothra?
That's a good way of putting that too. Force Ghost Mothra.
Holy shit.
That's fucking funny. That is fucking
The Luke
funny.
Skywalker.
Oh god.
Oh my. Why do you like this?
That's so good. Let's start with our second. Let's get to the second tiers, man. This podcast is over in 20 minutes. Let's get to the second tiers. This is where, all right, you give it a little more thought. You say, you know what, this guy actually is a really good fit here. So, JR, who would be your second tier director?
As much as I wanted to give it to Spielberg, because you know he wants to make a Godzilla movie. You know it. It's there in a lot of his movies. I can't. Because someone made one of my favorite kaiju mech movies of all time called Pacific Rim, Guillermo del Toro. Listen, I don't think there's a single movie he's made that I just watched and didn't thoroughly enjoy. From Pan's Labyrinth to Pacific Rim, I love them. I haven't seen The Shape of Water, leave me alone. And I haven't seen Pinocchio because I'm terrible. But I respect him. I respect him and his love for monsters. Because it reminds me of Ishiro Honda a lot. Where Ishiro Honda always said, you know, monsters are just us, just not us. They're other creatures. They don't quite fit in. I love that. Guillermo del Toro's the same way. He has a love for monsters that I don't think I could even rival. And Pacific Rim, full of it. Full of that. And if we've gone absolutely bonkers like we have, I think he's the one that could seriously not just even bring it back to reality, but expand upon it. He could add mechs and make it believable. I believe the mechs in Pacific Rim. I believe them more than Mechagodzilla and GVK, but we won't get into that. That's just personal opinion. But I think he could bring back a little bit of that believability. And I like that about him. And plus, give the respect to the monsters that Doherty gave. You know he'd do it. He would. And that's me. Guillermo del Toro's my number 2. He's a fantastic writer. He's a fantastic director. And his team, shit, have they made a bad movie? No. Let him do it. Come on, Legendary.
Crimson
Get him
Peak.
on the phone. Get him and Doherty to co-direct and write. Let's go.
Crimson Peak.
Crimson Peak
Crimson
wasn't
Peak,
a bad movie. It was
It's not a
marketed like
bad
shit.
movie. It's not bad.
All right.
No.
All right. I didn't see it, so I can't say. I just.
No, it's not a bad movie. Also, chat right here, Pedro, superhero. It'd be awesome to see a Pacific Rim and Godzilla crossover, but as its own film. It would be awesome, and that's what I'm saying. Guillermo del Toro could give us that, but not exactly that. Of course, he could give us exactly that because we're in the Hollow Earth and it's got 27 layers, so who knows? There might just be a portal.
Pedro, you just wait. All right, Rob, we'll keep it in order. Rob, what would be your second tier director?
Well, we got ourselves a double because I was going to say Guillermo del Toro as well.
Oh, shit.
And my backup, for if anybody said Guillermo del Toro, was actually going to be George Miller.
Get the fuck.
Dude, we are all on the same page.
That's insanity.
This is going to be a very quick bingo game.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, just to mirror what JR said, I mean, the man knows high fantasy. He knows how to treat monsters and creatures like characters. He knows how to let things go and reel them back in a way that doesn't give you whiplash. And him directing a MonsterVerse movie, I feel you get your cake and you eat it too. You get pretty looking things, you get scary looking things, you get high emotional looking moments, and you've got just petrifyingly awesome moments. The man knows how to do it all. He knows how to tug on your heartstrings. He knows how to kick your fucking eyes into overdrive with what he's showing to you. He's the perfect fit, I personally feel. And that's even against my number one pick. I think Guillermo del Toro, if Legendary would ever even think of trying to afford him, he would take a pay cut just so he could leave his footprint on the Godzilla franchise.
That is poignant. I 1000% agree with. He would totally do that. It's funny. I'm keeping track, right? I got a list here of everybody's things, and I wrote Guillermo del Miller.
Oh, God. Hell yeah.
Oh my God. You were saying he would do this, he would do that. He would also bring in Ron fucking Perlman and kick the living shit out of it.
Mwah.
Hell yeah.
Good
It'd be beautiful.
God. I love Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman. What was that?
Are you funning me, son?
Bro, that's that is one of my favorite
Jesus
lines.
Christ.
That's one of my favorite lines in any movie. Are you funning me, son? So good. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking
Dude,
good.
Ron Perlman had a blast in that role.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
He did.
And I'll also add to it, yeah, Guillermo del Toro would bring a new vision. Because you got to think about it, like his heritage, the way he makes movies, it would not be a traditional Godzilla movie.
No.
And
Absolutely
I'm all
not.
for that, as we saw with -1. That was not traditional. I think he could do it.
He could.
Oh, I guess it's my
The
turn.
Godzilla theme in mariachi style.
Hey, I'm down.
I'm down. Since we're going in order, it's my turn. And fellas, we got a trifecta. Guillermo del Toro's my number 2.
Hell fucking
Holy shit.
Now, you pretty much summed up everything and every reason. So I'm going to go and I'm going to say, remember when he directed Ron Perlman in a little movie called Hellboy 2? And at the end of that movie, there was giant monsters or a giant thing that was kind of Biollante-like, if I'm not mistaken. He's done it. We've got Pacific Rim. He's done it. He goes on record to gush about how he loves the monsters. He's done it. The Shape of Water is fucking fantastic. It is a perfect unofficial remake to the creature from the Black Lagoon. He's done it. He can get mocap actors that will absolutely love it. It's not just Andy Serkis, but he's got oh my God, who's the fish boy? Oh,
Doug Jones.
there you go. Come on. He's done it. He's got it. Also, you know who he directed in The Shape of Water?
Sally
Homegirl.
Hawkins.
That's right. Sally Hawkins,
Love of my life.
who, was unceremoniously destroyed. I'm not going to get into it. Seven
But you
Zawa's
know,
death means
if we
something.
get Del Toro. What?
Why is it quiet?
That's a good question. Dead Space. Directed by...
Guys, Rob should repeat what he said because what I said was off stage.
Okay. If we were to get Del Toro, there's a good, like a mean fucking chance that we get Alexandre Desplat back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Because those two are like best fucking friends. And if I could get more of his work in the MonsterVerse, oh, man.
So we get the return to great filmmaking and great music to the MonsterVerse. It's a win-win.
I would love to
Yeah,
hear
double.
I would love to hear the Splat Kong theme. I would love to.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to hear
man
that
would cook.
because I love his Godzilla theme. Like I fucking love it.
I do too.
It's
Yeah.
just fucking perfect. damn you, junkie, why I like you, but at the same time, you're fucked up. You're fucked up. I don't take nothing away from Bear McCreary. He amplified shit that I already loved. I give it shit just because, but I love it. But yeah, you're right. Guillermo del Toro making a Godzilla x Kong movie. It might be the greatest MonsterVerse movie of all time. It really do, because like y'all said, the man loves it, and he would take care of the monsters. And not only that, JR had touched upon something. I thought he was going to go all the way with it. He did, so I will unzip that bitch and pull it right out. The Hollow Earth is horrifying. And what does Guillermo del Toro do? Horror really, really well. Good God Almighty. I mean, look, when we got Skull Island and you see all of that crazy fauna in Skull Island, that's scary. What the fuck? The fucking log ate the dude. Okay? The log ate the dude. Guillermo del Toro's imagination, just using the fauna of the Hollow Earth itself, yo, they would have to give him a trilogy. Straight up. There's like,
Please, I don't want to die like that.
Exactly.
I would love to die in a Del Toro film. Holy shit.
Oh, in a Del Toro film, sure, but not by The Shape of Water creature. That motherfucker was not playing. Not
he
playing.
wasn't.
I was like, nah, man, chill, bro. You can have my wife too, bro. Take her. I don't care. Take everything. But no, I agree.
My wife Sally Hawkins, I'm fighting him. Fisticuffs.
Guillermo del Toro's a solid choice. Wow, trifecta, so games. Well, by the way, before I get to you, games, Chase, I hope you're thinking.
Dude, I've already picked my number one now.
I'm gonna lick you, bro. I'm gonna lick you. Gams, who would be your number 2 pick to direct the next MonsterVerse movie?
So I'm breaking the streak here. It's not Guillermo del Toro, because I knew this would happen. So I, for the sake of not being redundant, chose a second one, right? And mine is, okay, so you know how the MonsterVerse, like for the longest time, like with Gareth Edwards, Michael Dougherty, Adam Wingard, they all started as indie directors.
Yes.
Directors who did not direct very many movies before getting signed on to this big budget kaiju movie. So, and not bonus points if they are Godzilla fans beforehand, which all 3 of them have said that they are. Now, this is also kind of a diversity hire, if we're being honest, because, you know, she's a woman. Zelda Williams.
Okay, who's that? Enlighten me.
Zelda Williams. Yeah,
Oh,
Zelda
Zelda
Williams is
Williams.
Robin
Oh.
Williams' daughter.
Gotcha.
And she just directed this year, back in February, a movie I really thoroughly enjoyed called Lisa Frankenstein.
Oh, shit, that was her?
Yeah.
That was her.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I have Lisa Frankenstein up in my
And
queue. I gotta
both
watch that.
her and both her and her dad, you know, God rest his soul, have gone on record saying they're massive fans of Godzilla. So
Yeah.
I feel like if Zelda got the chance, I feel like she could absolutely kill it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Agreed.
love that pick, man. That's fucking inspired. And you know what? And I'm not saying this because she's a lady, but being Robin Williams' daughter, right? She has gone through such trauma. Robin Williams, let's not forget this. Let's not make no light about it. Is one of the greatest talents of our lifetime.
100%.
Robin
100%.
Williams, I absolutely love that man, and he could do it all. From Mork and Mindy, for crying out loud. I mean, to what was it? Was it Shudder? Was it Shudder? The one where he was like the pervert in the fucking developing the film.
I think that was Shudder, yeah.
And then did anybody see World's Greatest Dad? That movie crushed
I did.
me. Crushed me. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Robin Williams is my favorite comedian, man. Flubber, Birdcage, Miss Doubtfire,
Oh, yeah.
Hook.
I mean, that list goes on.
Absolutely. So, with her knowing who her father was, having the trauma of, you know, dealing with his unfortunate and untimely death, and could you imagine not even the monster element of it, but the human element of it? We gotta bring Gia back,
Yes.
right? We gotta bring
Oh,
Gia and
yeah.
her mom back. What happens now when you role reverse, where now the mother loses the child, and I don't mean Gia dying or nothing, but Gia blossoming and becoming one of, you know, her own person? That dude, that's inspired. Fuck me, I'm going home. Podcast over. Jesus, that's a good one. Now I'm gonna. I'm watching that Frankenstein movie.
Lisa Frankenstein?
Lisa Frankenstein. I'm watching that tomorrow. I got nothing to do. My wife is leaving. I'm by myself. I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. That's
Heck
inspired,
yeah.
bro. That's fucking
Hell yeah.
dope. Damn, now, fuck, I kind of want to see that, man, just because of what she would do with the human element.
Yeah, exactly. And
She's
that's
also
where I
a
went with
massive
this angle.
Biollante fan.
A massive Biollante fan.
Yeah, she's a huge Biollante fan. So, girl cook,
Well,
you
that's
have my vote.
that's great, because when we were discussing what we would do with the next MonsterVerse movie, we were like, yeah, let's do the fucking, you know, the what the hell we called them? Fuck. And JR went to
They
take.
want to turn Biollante into the fucking world tree,
Yeah, that's right.
the
They
tree
were-
of life.
The primordial titans. That's right. Oh, there's JR. He's come back so he can read. JR, you can totally read the new comment from our good friend Spider-Man, please.
Going. Spider-Man, Sam Raimi, if he brings John Williams with him for the original soundtrack, would be great for me. I can't disagree with that.
I can't. That's very hard to disagree.
Sam Raimi is a fantastic director. Has he done
He is.
anything I've hated? No.
Darkman.
I don't know. I saw this movie called Spider-Man 3.
I saw a movie called Spider-Man 3 also. Shit.
Oh, you guys hate that movie? I'm sorry, I thought that was
That-
Sony's
that
movie,
movie-
not his.
That movie has Bully Maguire dancing. All right, that's the greatest shit ever.
Listen, get it
Throw
together.
some dirt in your eye.
I love it.
Come on
You,
now.
you can talk shit about Spider-Man 3, but that is the most quotable fucking Spider-Man movie.
First off,
You
we're
want
missing
forgiveness? Get religion.
we're missing the whole point of Spider-Man's quote here. If he brings John Williams with him for the original soundtrack.
Oh,
Now,
God.
does Spider-Man mean the
It's over.
original soundtrack for the movie, or using the original Godzilla scores the way Ben McCreary did and amplifying them? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think one of John Williams's inspirations was
I do believe is actually the
And it was.
so that
Boy, would I shit myself in the club if that shit came over. My God.
I'll put it like this: Star Wars and Godzilla are 1 and 2 in my entire life. That is my lexicon of fucking movie. Like, that is it, right? And if John Williams, who has scored the greatest soundtracks I've ever heard, honestly, some of the greatest, touched Godzilla. Rest in peace. I'm done. I would probably die happy. I'd be blown away. Could you imagine going to a John Williams Star Wars sound concert and all of a sudden he
Didn't-
just pops up with
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Didn't John Williams score Ready Player One?
Fuck you. Wait, did he?
Yeah, he had that Mecha Godzilla. He had the Godzilla theme for a split second in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
you're right.
fucking
Godzilla.
amazing. What's wrong with that? It was great.
No, nothing. I was just bringing that up. He already has.
Dear John Williams, thank you for letting me die happy. Your friend, G1.
No, Ready Player One was composed by Alan Silvestri.
Oh, you mean the guy who did
Okay.
Predator?
And Avengers?
Yep. Also a fantastic composer.
Very much so. Very much so. All right. I loved how we killed a bunch of time there to give Chase just a little bit extra time. First number 2 pick.
A little bit.
So, Brother Chase, what would you pick for number 2?
Let me get back to you tomorrow.
Motherfucker.
The other day I mentioned Del Toro would be a director I'd love to see, and I'm still on that, but I'm not going with him just for the fact because he has stated that he would want to make horror Godzilla movies, not the MonsterVerse type movies. So he has kind of made a notion where it's not that he doesn't like the MonsterVerse, he just likes old school Godzilla, more scarier horror. He praises -1. So I just think that with where the direction of the MonsterVerse is trying to go, as much as I would love to see him hone heroic Godzilla, because I feel like he could do it, I feel like it wouldn't be what he wanted. So I think my second pick actually would be the man who created Cloverfield and directed, not created Cloverfield, but directed Cloverfield. I think J.J. Abrams could pull off MonsterVerse.
All right, so you want J.J. Abrams, not Matt Reeves.
I want whoever directed Cloverfield.
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves.
That's Matt Reeves.
Yep.
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves is a great director. I mean,
Matt Reeves was.
Yeah.
He made the Batman. Come on now.
Matt Reeves was
the
my number
greatest
3.
Batman movie ever made.
Matt Reeves was my number 3. Until I was like, wait a minute. You know where we're at right now with the MonsterVerse? It's totally George Miller. Uh-oh, look at that there, JR.
I know. XX Godzilla XX439. We need Michael Jackson. Yes. He could show up and just be like Thriller, baby.
Hey, listen.
Neverland.
Hey, listen. John Landis directed Moonwalker, and Michael Jackson turned into a giant mech at the end of that one.
He did, and that's a fantastic movie.
Also added to this, Spider-Man, the marketing of Cloverfield, and 1/1808 lives rent-free in my head.
Spider-Man, I'll never forget
course.
this day. I will never forget that day. My brother lived in Florida, flew up to New York so we can watch Transformers, Michael Bay's Transformers, the first one, midnight show, and that fucking Cloverfield trailer played. And we were like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And honestly, as much as fucking Transformers was an eye spectacle, and you know what I mean? As soon as we went home, we weren't talking about Transformers. We were trying to figure out what the fuck was Cloverfield. And I 1000% agree with you. That Cloverfield marketing is the
Matt
best of it.
Reeves did the. Well, I knew he did the Batman, but the War for the Planet of the Apes and all that.
Yeah, he did Dawn of
did
War. Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
He did Underwater. Cool.
Yeah.
Wait. Matt Reeves did Underwater?
didn't do
The one with
Underwater.
Cthulhu?
Yeah.
The one with
He did
Cthulhu.
Underwater.
He brought Cthulhu to the modern day.
That was Matt
Yeah.
Reeves?
The Underwater director was William Eubank.
Yeah, it couldn't have been Matt
It
Reeves.
was
I would have
not
known
Matt
that. I
Reeves.
would have known that. I would have been like, wait a minute. Okay, yeah.
So he did not bring Cthulhu. Okay, Jesus.
Yeah, he did.
What a
Good
hack type of
spirit.
monster is that, anyways? A squid
It
with
was his
body
idea,
parts.
so that counts.
You see what that Spider-Man said right there, huh?
Yeah. That misheard, it's a lion, it's huge quote.
Bro, everybody was like, Voltron! I didn't hear it's a lion. Honestly, I heard it's alive, it's huge. That's true, because I thought it was another Godzilla movie. I straight up was like, they're making another Godzilla movie. Oh, shit, it's happening.
So did half the internet. The other half thought it was Voltron.
Everybody wanted it to be.
Well, listen, who was the composer to that? That was, oh my God, the guy that directed Werewolf by Night. Michael Giacchino.
Giacchino.
Bro,
Yeah.
Roar?
He could
like
cook with a MonsterVerse soundtrack.
Yes, he could. Because I listened
Didn't
to
he
Roar
do
on-
the soundtrack to the Batman as well?
He did?
He also did the soundtrack to Jurassic World.
Oh, shit, he did, yep.
He
And
did it for like the past 3 Jurassic Worlds.
I think he was on Rogue...
Yeah, for all 3 of them.
And I think he was on Rogue One. If it wasn't Rogue One, it was Solo. But he was on one of them Star Wars movies. That,
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Saga series. Not in the Saga series, like on the offshoot series, a Star Wars story series.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, wow, Michael Giacchino, yo, make him the director. I digress.
Seriously.
Matt Reeves is an inspired choice for number 2, Chase. I absolutely agree. I got him on Cloverfield. He already did it. He brings the emotional shit. We saw it with the last 2 Planet of the Apes movies. All right, not last 2, because Kingdom just came out, and that's not Matt Reeves.
No.
What?
Oh, true. Yeah, true.
Yeah, but we seen that character development with Dawn and War, and yeah, I mean, look, now he doesn't have to hide the monsters. Yeah, I think Matt Reeves would just go balls to the walls the way he did with Batman. He wasn't hiding. Batman was not hiding in the shadows. Batman was in the shadows for 2 seconds of that movie, walked onto that train platform like, y'all jokers are in trouble, and fucked shit up. And I was like, I'm here for this. I'm here for this. So yeah, no, could you imagine Godzilla just like coming out of Kong's cave, and Kong's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's what I'm doing here. I'm tired of you going up to the top. Now we fight. It'd be fucking nuts. Wow.
Starts punching him in the eye, gives him black eye.
Can we go a little out of order?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know
was just
you
asking
gotta.
if we can go a little out of order because I got 15 minutes left.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. We're gonna start with. No. All right. Yeah, we should go out of
Let
order.
him go.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Games. Since we're at number 1, your number 1 pick to direct the next MonsterVerse movie would be who?
All right. So, you know where we are. Where we're at with the MonsterVerse right now. We're at this. We're at the full show. We're at the full silliness. We're at the balls to the walls action movies at this point, right? And you know, we can go into technicalities here. You know, with somebody who may have started out as a Japanese director, but became a Hollywood director later on in his career, right? And somebody who is already very familiar with the Godzilla franchise in the fact that he's technically already made one.
I'm gonna kill you.
Ryuhei Kitamura.
Yes. Yes.
Ryuhei Kitamura could take the reins from Adam Wingard and keep this momentum going.
Final Wars is so fucking wacky, and it's one of my favorite Godzilla movies because it steals every American movie trope there is, from Star Wars to the fucking Matrix to Jurassic Park even. It's all in there. And we are at a point in the MonsterVerse where that is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wait till
And Ryuhei, like I said, Ryuhei Kitamura is technically a Hollywood director now. He has made Hollywood movies.
Man.
Can't disagree with that.
I'm
You
gonna
can't.
star that one because, oh man, I got one for you. That's fucking fantastic.
All right.
That's fantastic. I mean, I love it. Anybody argues that number 1? Like, could we not see what Gam's talking about? Because I totally see it.
I get it.
Where we're
I
at.
see it 100%.
Like, the only one who I think would probably have some credence with that is Rob, because he hates Final Wars. But, you know.
But you know, it's funny. It's like Kitamura already made this movie with Final Wars.
Yeah.
True.
It's like he saw into the future and said, oh, I'm going to beat them before they get there. And did it. And did it. And the only difference was, instead of the American monkey, they used the American lizard. That was the only difference. That was the only difference.
True.
That is insane. I fucking love that. Since we are out of order, Chase, you get to go. I love that.
All right. My number 1 pick for director would be this director named Brad Payton. Sound familiar? He is the man who directed Rampage.
Oh, dude.
I think he could pull off exactly what the MonsterVerse needs right now. He could make that action cheesy and fun, and follow off with a good, really great Godzilla heroic character, and just the characters in general. And the guy who was the main head of King Ghidorah was Jord. So
We could get the Rock in the Monsterverse. Yes.
That guy's a piece of shit.
No.
I think that he could make a very genuinely high quality good film, and I think he'd be my pick.
That's funny.
The Rock.
I have
What's
Rampage
up, bro?
right here. I was watching it, 2 weeks ago? Gam Gams jumped on while I was watching it on a Saturday. You're absolutely right. I love this movie. I said it 2 weeks ago. This is an underrated movie. This is an underrated monster movie. That's what I mean. It's an underrated monster movie. Rampage is fun as fuck. They know what they're doing. They know what they're going for. They know where they're coming from. And in all honesty, in the last 10 years, because I think that came out in 2018,
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
that's
Did.
the best live action video game movie. Okay, because Mario did all sorts of fucking bonkers. Oh wait, but then there's Sonic. So
Mario,
I can't.
Sonic,
Yeah,
all that.
I'm sorry, Sonic. Yeah, that's live action. It's in there. I was throwing shade at Mortal Kombat. Really, that's what I was trying to do. I fucking hate that movie. Fuck. No, Chase, that's a great fucking pick, man. That's a great pick. Damn, that's a great pick. He fits the
It took me
MonsterVerse.
4 days to decide that, by the way.
4 days. I just posted that shit to. Oh yeah, you know what? That's a good one. That's a good one. All right.
He has time traveled.
So, JR, let's hear your number one.
Listen, I'm just gonna say it. Roland Emmerich.
Oh my
I'm
fucking
going
God.
home. I'm going home. Wait, I'm already
You
here.
think I'm fucking serious?
Oh. Bro, you got me, bro. My dick fell off. Holy shit, you got me.
Had to do a freaking spit take for a minute there, bro.
In JR's
Listen.
defense, if Roland Emmerich could be on board to making a traditional Godzilla, I would say yeah. I think that could be a badass movie. But he doesn't know how to make Godzilla.
He doesn't know how to make movies.
Hey,
He's
Independence Day
apparently a
is great.
pedophile, so
Yeah, Independence Day is dope, bro. Come on.
Really?
apparently.
Yeah, he's a chomo.
Fucking Spider-Man, Iguana Bros, we got duped. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Nah, that was just for shit and giggles, whatever. My number one. Look, I love him as a director. I think stylistically he's on point. Rob and me were talking about him before the podcast. He has done 3 movies so far. I've seen 2 because one of them, for some reason, is really hard to find. And he is doing fucking Nosferatu currently.
Go.
Robert Eggers. Because I feel like this motherfucker. The Vitch is fantastic. The Lighthouse is a mind fuck.
a
The
mind
Lighthouse
fuck.
reminds me of like a Cthulhu-esque novelization brought to life in my eyes. You know,
Like Lovecraftian.
Lovecraftian, psychological. The Northman, for some reason, I can't find it anywhere. Get it together, whoever
Prime.
distributed it.
It's on Prime.
Well, I'll watch it on
Northman.
Prime. But my buddy watched it and he said it's fantastic as well. So
I fell asleep,
Robert Eggers has an attention to detail that goes beyond Gareth Edwards. It goes beyond Guillermo del Toro for me. He's got an eye for this shit. You could tell he loves the weird, and I love the weird. And we got a taste of the weird with -1. And I think, like, Robert Eggers, would it fit into the Monsterverse? Absolutely fucking not. But at the same time, yeah, because we've gone there. We could get someone like him to just be weird and creative and horrifying. 2014 was a bit scary. I mean, I don't think any of us could deny that. It made us feel like giant monsters were there. It's like, yo, these things are just decimating San Francisco, and there's nothing we can fucking do. I haven't felt that way since 1954 film. Seriously, and 84. Robert Eggers is a fantastic director. He's got an eye for the style. I would love to see his take with it. I can't wait for Nosferatu. After this movie, Legendary. He'll probably fucking say no, but if you pick him up, just let him make a movie. Let him make a Godzilla movie. I think it would be damn interesting, stylistic, visually pleasing, and would it have Kong? Hopefully it doesn't have Kong. Who wants Kong?
Legendary.
Yeah.
We're running out of times with Gam Gam, so I definitely want him to be here for the last two number one picks. So Rob, what would be your number one go-to guy to direct the next MonsterVerse movie?
Japanese director Shinya Tsukamoto. This is the director of Tetsuo the Iron Man, Kotoko, all the Tetsuo movies. The man is very well known for horror films, but he's danced and dabbled out of just strictly horror. He's done period pieces. He's done pretty much everything you can think of. And he's been wanting to make a kaiju film from the moment he did the fucking Lightning Rod Boy, which was one of his first short films, essentially. And it's always been Godzilla. He's always wanted to make a Godzilla movie. He says he doesn't care about the style, the vibe, anything. He just wants to make a Godzilla movie. He wants to make a giant monster movie. And watch Bullet Ballet, watch Tokyo Fist, watch Tetsuo 1, 2, or 3. The man bleeds and oozes style. The man, just like Robert Eggers, has this obscene attention to detail, and he can make a $300,000 movie look like a fucking $5 million movie. He's got the eye, he's got the technique, and he's very, very close with Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross of Nine Inch Nails, which would mean Nine Inch Nails could score a Godzilla film, which I think would fucking rip.
That would slap. That would absolutely slap.
For Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross to do Godzilla themes, Kong themes, the whole 9 yards. And the best thing is, this man, he loves industrial. He loves industrial-styled music. His original collaborator, who sadly has passed away, Chu Ishikawa, is a legend in the industrial Japanese scene. And it's crazy the shit that he did. It's crazy the shit that Shinya Tsukamoto has done. I think especially if Legendary wants the MonsterVerse to continue on the route that GXK did budget-wise, he is a clear-cut perfect choice, because this man has made massive movies for no fucking money at all. And again, he's got a style all of his own. He's got a love for the kaiju genre, no matter which monster it is, no matter which series, the whole 9 yards. And the reason why I pick him is just because of that love, of the association with Nine Inch Nails, and just because I feel like he could deliver a movie that both sides of the fandom could enjoy. Because some of his movies are really, really like heavy emotionally, but some of them are fucking absurd and extremely gory and extremely this action-packed, the whole 9 yards. The man's made fucking boxing movies more than, like, Tokyo Fist is like Rocky on steroids, plus cocaine. And I just feel like he's a commercial fit for the MonsterVerse. Plus
That's
9 Inch
hell of
Nails.
hair.
I like that pick. That's a crazy pick.
So, real quick, Spider-Man. M. Night Shyamalan, where the entire MonsterVerse was just a dream the 2014 Godzilla had while knocked out after his Muto battle.
Say less. I'm in.
Honestly, man,
I'm in.
Say less.
I'm
that's
in.
how you style tone reboot right there. It was just
Yep.
Godzilla's dream.
Legit. All right, so before Game goes, I'm going to go my number one. Also, Japanese director. who did not get his fair fucking share, Shusuke Kaneko. Give that man his goddamn due. It's time. It's time.
That's fair. That's so
It's time.
fucking fair.
He made the greatest fucking kaiju Eiga movies of all time. Gamera 2 and Gamera 3 are fucking the pinnacle. And then along came Godzilla -1 and said, get the fuck out of here. And I said, oh shit, Toho, you finally did it. You finally fucking did it.
And Legendary Godzilla is essentially just Godzilla turned into Gamera, so who better to direct Legendary Godzilla than the guy who did Heisei Gamera?
Exactly my point. And y'all know me, I'm a sucker for shit blowing up, and that man is known to blow shit up better than Michael Bay. I fucking love it. And you know what? Him in the Monsterverse getting his share, his shake, without any studio interference would be
Beautiful.
fucking beautiful, and I want that. He's my number one go-to guy. It's crazy that the three of us picked Japanese directors, but I swear, man, you give me some Kaneko.
Technically, Kitamura has the highest chance since he's a Hollywood director now. But
No, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. He's in SAG, bro. He's got a SAG card. Fuck. Nobody knows what that means? Screen Actors Guild? No, just me?
I get it.
Oh, okay. It was a long time ago. I tried my hand. It didn't work. It was an extra. It was great. But no, that's why I would pick, honestly, because he didn't get his fair share. Toho interfered. They wanted to make their movie instead of letting him make his movie after his successful run, a successful trilogy, and it showcased. And JMK still turned out to be fantastic. I still love that movie. But crying out loud, could you imagine if he was able to do what he wanted to do? Not a fucking
Would've been
heroic
perfect.
King Ghidorah,
he could definitely bring some real mysticism to the Monsterverse.
which would add so much more weight to the Iwis and everything. And I'm telling you, him. Because here's the thing, I gotta be honest. I thought most of us was gonna, be like Yamazaki-san because of -1.
No.
But you know what? I love that we didn't, because I feel like we all in the same boat. Let him do Toho Godzilla. Let him do the follow-up to that.
Yeah.
Let that happen.
Yeah,
Fuck whatever's
exactly.
going on in my...
Especially if he brings in Kawatani to do the score, like he did
Oh,
the Gamera trilogy.
Kawatani.
Hey,
Monsterverse score.
bro. The bangers would be superfluous.
Everybody. Everybody. I don't give a fuck. Hire all Japanese fucking cast. That's the movie I want to see. I want to see Kaneko's real vision in a Hollywood budgeted fucking movie where he's following the crazy zaniness of GXK. I absolutely believe this man will pull it off and fuck people's heads up. And not only that, it would make people be like, what did he do? And then the Gamera trilogy gets the props it deserves. GMK gets put up on a pedestal. And this renaissance of fucking kaiju movies comes full circle because we go back to where they came from. And he's one of the godfathers. I think he deserves it.
100%.
Hell yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Holy
100%.
shit. So, Gams, I'm glad you were able to hang out and we got everybody's... I'm not trying to end. There's no way I'm ending the live stream in an hour on a fucking Friday. It ain't happening. Maybe Tuesday, yes, because people got to work. But we're going to continue to go whether or not Gam's got to go back to work. But he does, and I apologize. Thank you. I want to say thank you for hanging out with us.
Of course, thank you. And if y'all are still going by the time I get off in 2 hours, then I'll just hop back on.
Oh, listen, we're going to start talking about toys. We're going to start talking about this. We're going to start talking about that. And whoever's here is here. It don't matter. It's probably going to be me, JR, and Spider-Man. And that's okay.
Alrighty. I will catch y'all later.
All right,
Yeah,
Gams.
good one, man.
Later, brother.
I think I think for me, when I was thinking about directors, I did want to say like Takashi, but the reason why I don't think it should be him, and I know a lot of people want it to be, is that if he were to do a Monsterverse film and it flopped, that would just destroy his reputation.
No, I completely agree with you.
And
Listen,
I don't want that.
he's got his own Godzilla series. Like, Toho would be stupid not to acknowledge that, and they'd be stupid not to let him continue with it. Let him do his shit. He doesn't need to be in the MonsterVerse.
But the thing is a lot of American directors right now, because of the success of -1 and what he did with that budget, they're contacting him for directing roles. And especially, I guess he's got some type of Star Wars role in the play now. And that makes me very nervous, because if
It
that
doesn't
movie
make me
doesn't do
nervous.
well,
Not
if
at
it
all.
doesn't do well, that ruins a lot of his reputation. That's the problem. He got lucky with his -1 film, and if he gets a big shot Hollywood chance and it doesn't do well, especially with Star Wars how it's been going, it's not gonna be great for him, in my opinion.
And that's fair. That's fair. I can't disagree with you. I get it. I just, personally, I think he'd do good with Star Wars if they let him make a fucking Star Wars movie. Don't do what you did with Gareth Edwards.
That's
Just
also another thing too, is the language barrier right now. That would be very hard for him as well, and I think that could cause a lot of mistranslation, a lot of frustrations. It would be a thing that would be in the long time coming for him to be comfortable, I feel.
Well, and who knows what he takes up, because at the end of the day, it's his decision, and he seems to really have a passion for Godzilla, so we'll just see. But no, keep him out of the MonsterVerse. We don't have to have him in the MonsterVerse. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I agree.
It's okay.
I agree.
I do want to
I agree
say,
entirely.
thank y'all. I mean, like, I'm not ending this again. I'm not going anywhere, and it seems like Spider-Man ain't
It's
either.
Memorial weekend. We chilling, we drinking, we having fun. I'll be right back.
Okay, so you know what? Since it is Memorial, who is calling me? I'm not answering that. It's probably the doctors, but it doesn't matter. We're live. That's what happens. Last week, I think. Well, the news just broke, but I think it happened last week. But there was a death in the Godzilla universe. It was very sad because he was one of my guys in the Heisei era.
Yeah.
And we lost Akira Nakao. I am terrible with names, but I hope I said that right, and I know I didn't. But it's General Azo from the Heisei movies. One of my favorite fucking characters in the Heisei movies, because he was straight up, I don't care, kill Godzilla. He straight up was like, Mickey, you're going to get in that Mecha Godzilla, and you're going to use your fucking abilities to find Godzilla's hip brain, if you will, if that's a fucking thing. You know, it is a thing.
His butt brain.
Yeah,
Butt brain.
butt brain. Okay, his butt brain. I don't want to say butt. That just sounds nasty. But I digress. I loved his character. I fucking loved it, and the fact that he was a reoccurring one. It's one of those things that just keeps the Godzilla Heisei mythos going. You know, I love continuity, and that's why I loved it. I love that they brought him back during the Millennium series. Different characters, obviously, but the fact that he was there. Shit, Final Wars, he was the fucking captain of the Gotenko, the original. Love that. He basically was on the ship that put Godzilla in ice. Even though it was Dan Fry's younger self that did it, but you know what I'm saying. I love it. But it's just, you know, it's sad when we lose anybody from this series that we love. And yeah, you got to think, like, he was, what, in his 50s, maybe 60s, 30 years ago when these movies came out? So, yeah, we're going to start, we're going to start losing more and more, you know, some of our favorite people. And
Yeah, but dude, this is huge.
it's just, it's a thing. And I just wanted to pay my respects to that.
Marvel, and not just DC.
Well, if y'all hear
It would be a perfect moment if we couldn't hear JR talking about barbecue sauce right now.
I know, JR's barbecue sauce, just like wrestling. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of hysterical. if only he knew how to mute himself. But yeah, I digress. Spider-Man, since JR's off kilter, man, Godzilla was going through a gauntlet to get that egg, but yeah, love this character. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And it's one of my favorite movies, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but it's mine. And mind you, Adam Wingard totally stole the idea from that movie for his GVK. Now, I didn't have a beef with that. Took a Mecha King Ghidorah's head.
Now, I mean,
Took a King Ghidorah's head. I ain't mad at it.
what? I wish JR would be here for this. I don't know. I don't know why he's not. He's talking about barbecue sauce. But now I just want to, propose the question: what does this mean for the MonsterVerse now going forward? Because now that Adam Wingard's not part of it, that changes the whole direction of where this trilogy was going to go. I mean, now we have an unopened. We don't know what to expect now with this third film because, Wingard wanted to do Godzilla Jr. and Destroya and all of that. And now it's in a place where, okay, well, if that's not going to be what the next director wants, unless it's a thing where it's like, no, we want Legendary wants this type of movie to be made, which I doubt that. I think it just raises the stakes of where does this go now with an unknown director?
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
It goes anywhere.
Sorry, I had to step away. Oh, go ahead.
Just to be honest, I don't think that's as much of a bad thing. Just because it seems like these movies are made to be like, this might be the last one, because not everybody's entirely sure that it's going to be a hit. So,
Right.
Tonally, yeah, that could be a bit of a picadillo over there. But I feel like bringing in a new director, new writer, fucking producer who makes the score, please, Jesus, tap dancing, fucking Christ. I feel like it's more of a good thing than it is a bad thing.
I agree.
And not I'm not Adam Wingard's biggest fan. I'm not. And I'm happy the man's working with A24 because that's a fucking leap.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for the dude. I truly am. So I think in a way, this is a good thing.
I do
Because
too.
if we know anything about Godzilla, it's that monotony kills him. It's the only thing that does kill him. So maybe a fresh mind, a fresh pair of eyes, and a fresh pair of pens is going to be good for whatever comes next.
And still following that legendary MonsterVerse type tone universe.
Yeah, well, honestly, everybody
Because
keeps saying...
I just don't think you go from you can't just have a now full direct horror Godzilla movie following this. The problem is this has become a franchise that's it's almost it's becoming a thing to cater to kids, and you can't just make Godzilla X Kong and then do a left field. Oh, this is now an evil horror-esque type Godzilla that doesn't fit the tone of where the MonsterVerse has been going.
Well, I don't think that's where they're gonna go.
Same.
Regardless of our picks or anything like that. Because obviously GBK, GXK, it's following to a conclusion. There's a moment where obviously Godzilla and Kong are going to branch off and do their own thing. So I don't think, even if it were Guillermo del Toro or the Shinya Tsukamoto or George Miller, I don't think it would just pivot that hard, acute 90-degree angle to horror.
Yeah.
I think if this next movie is going to do anything, it's going to be more emotional.
Right.
It's not going to tone back what's already come, but it's definitely going to pay more attention to Godzilla and where he's going to go following. Because, you know, regardless, like Godzilla, everybody says it, and everybody's been saying it since GXK came out. Godzilla can do anything. He has the fucking chops to be scary. He has the fucking chops to be a Saturday morning cartoon TV hero. He can do anything. He is a malleable fucking character. So when it comes to the follow-up to the Godzilla Kong trilogy, if we can call it that now, I think it's just going to be a good pinpoint in his story with his moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I will say that was something Wingard said where he wanted to take it, not Legendary as a whole. So that makes me wonder, does that change what they're doing?
I don't think so because
Well, Ray brought it up. Gareth Edwards claimed he wanted to do a Destroy All Monsters type film. KOTM was extremely close to that. And Adam Wingard, despite what you fucking think about the man, is the God particle of this franchise. He has made the most successful MonsterVerse movie of the franchise. So if he says, I wanted to do a Godzilla movie, maybe they're going to do a high-focused Godzilla movie with Kong in the background, since he's apparently going to have a bigger role in Monarch Season 2.
Agreed, and we don't even know where Monarch Season 2 is going to go in terms of timelines, because they're saying they're going to jump again, which makes sense. You know, why we didn't see those characters in GXK, because maybe they jump in there now in 2031, whenever the next Godzilla movie is going to take place fictionally. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, Robin. That's another thing I've been, you know, I dread it. I know what the writing on the wall is, but at the same time, I dread it when they brought Godzilla and Kong together. Eventually, Kong has to take the moniker of king. Whether it's by beating Godzilla, which ain't never gonna happen because we see now twice that ain't happening, or Godzilla dying, and that I don't want to see. Like, I just don't. And that was the thing that worried me.
I don't think Godzilla dying is going to happen in the MonsterVerse.
I think there is a more than slim possibility.
Toho said no.
That's part of the contract. They legally can't kill Godzilla.
Right, but that's what I worry about. Because what did Wingard say after this movie dropped? Godzilla-centric, baby Godzilla? Why? Why? Are we going to do Destroyer? Are we going to have Junior become full-blown new Godzilla? I don't want it.
He never said baby Godzilla specifically. He said a Godzilla counterpart, like another species, not an infant, not an offspring.
But it's
he just said another Godzilla type of monster.
But then it's Shimu, and then Godzilla loses all of its gravitas. It loses its name.
I imagine more like the animated series when you had Godzilla and then you had that lady Godzilla. That's what I pictured.
Oh, that's fucking what we're gonna do. King Kong lives. That's bad. Don't do that.
And they did
Stop
it already.
It now.
Like, ain't Shimu?
I love King Kong lives.
Ain't Shimu Godzilla though? Isn't it like an off-branch cousin? In the same, I mean, like,
Yeah, she's supposed to be the mother of all titans.
just remember, like in the Hollow Earth, all of those creatures in GVK and even in GXK resemble Godzilla in a certain in a certain way. They do. Well, at least the reptilian ones.
Yeah.
From Doug.
No,
It's like a thing where it was, so it's harken back to when it was like the a Titan that went mad because they ate a star. And it's like a space Godzilla-esque thing, and Godzilla has that moment of trying to understand, like, this thing is doing evil, but it's part of my kind, and he has that remorse of having to deal with destroying this thing. And they go through like this arc of, like, you know, him having to follow doing evil things himself, and then, you know, having to fight him at Space Godzilla or something at the end, or Hollow Earth Godzilla at the end, whatever you want to call it, and having that type of realization of, like, this thing's a resemblance of evil, and I have to destroy it and come to terms with alone as a species.
Real quick, chat, Spider-Man, even her concept art was fatter Godzilla-faced stegosaur-looking thing.
It was an albino Komodo dragon Godzilla.
Yeah.
It is.
Listen,
it's Godzilla.
all I'm going to say is, if you're going to do the next movie, look, I'm going to set what you and me thought was going to happen, right, is off the fucking table. Wingard's gone.
I don't think it's off the table. I think, honestly, they can still go with the fucking
good
Primordial
idea.
Titans.
It's a good idea, but it's hard to say without a director because, yeah, we could go course correct back to what we enjoyed, or you can continue with where Wingard was going. And I do believe they'll continue on with where Wingard's going. But I think the idea of having any counterpart to Godzilla, be it relation of any kind, including Shimu, no. What we need to do is have Godzilla face an adversary that's worth his fucking time, because the last movie didn't give that to us.
Yeah, I didn't like Wingard talking about wanting to do a Godzilla counterpart when we've already had Mechagodzilla. I don't like that idea of Godzilla having offspring or a species of himself in the franchise. I like Godzilla being the last and the only of his kind because it makes him the one and only.
No.
I don't like him having brothers and sisters or cousins or uncles and aunts. I think that shit is stupid.
Why is Spider-Man shaking like that? Not you, Spider-Man, in the chat. My Spider-Man hanging out on my desk.
But no, I totally get. I just want them to, because that's the thing with this movie is they hype up Godzilla's power level. So now we're at this ridiculous height of Godzilla's power level. Okay. What the hell do you do with a Godzilla-centric movie when you've made him Super Saiyan Goku Godzilla?
You have to make it emotional.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's
Because
fair.
power isn't going to be an emotional, fucking standpoint. And the only other option is to give something to Godzilla that's more powerful than he is.
But where does that come from? Like the emotional element, because I felt no emotion in the last two movies.
Well,
Except
you see,
for Gia.
here's the thing. I don't exactly like what Adam Wingard has done with Godzilla through GXK. He's an angry frat boy, but we do get moments of him acknowledging the situation, especially when Mothra and Gia show up.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is a point, despite what any naysayer will say, that shows Godzilla having an understanding of the severity of what's going on. That's not done for just a singular moment. That's done to build up to something. And regardless of whatever you feel towards Godzilla in the last two movies, you can't deny that moment between Godzilla, Mothra, and Gia happened, because it did. And I think that can very easily be built up upon with a monster that gets to that point, in a system of events that gets to that point, like a world-ending fucking moment encapsulated in a monster, regardless if it's a new monster or Hedorah or Destroy. I personally don't think it should be Destroyer. I think it needs to be somebody else. Destroyer is too. Yeah, just fucking Biollante, Hedorah, either of the two, they work hand in hand with one another. One wants to control the world because she is the Earth. The other wants to destroy the world because she is what destroys the Earth. And
Exactly. So real quick, Spider-Man comments, and I did respond in chat, but I want the chat to be a part of this. Power creep is awful when it comes to Godzilla. Yes. Because they went...
What? Wait, what's awful?
The power creep.
What's the power creep?
Well, what's supposed to be Godzilla. So we went from 2014 2019 gave him power, but then he exploded, so he doesn't have that power. 2021, he was just 2019 without the supercharged radiation.
He didn't
and now
need
we're
it.
at Super Saiyan Goku Godzilla. We went from Godzilla to Godzilla to supercharged Godzilla, back to Godzilla, and now we are way fucking up here. From what they tell us in the movie and the novelization,
That's
way up
not
here.
even the final of the evolution.
And that inherently is awful. Because what you're doing is giving power level. You're making a fucking anime. I don't like Dragon Ball Z. I know people that do. I'm not taking away from it, but I'm just saying.
That's because your
You're
anime.
making your Dragon Ball Z.
That's because your anime type is the love of my life turned into a trash can. That's the type of anime you watch.
No, I've been watching.
That's exactly what you watch.
Free Ren. I've been watching Free Ren, and it's fantastic. Listen,
I love you.
The demonic plate of spaghetti.
I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
real quick.
I want to watch that anime.
I'm not even joking, Ray. My top 10 for this year, there's already 3 fucking animes on it. I'm
Oh.
just saying.
Oh my
It's
God.
been a good year for anime, and they are not stupid. It is. Watch Free Ren, ladies and gentlemen. Just watch it. I'm not going to spoil shit. Watch it. It's emotional.
Well, but that's the whole point of this conversation. The next movie
Yeah.
needs to be an emotional crux. It needs or a
And
crutch.
it
It needs
does,
to be.
but and I see where you're coming from, Rob. I do. Here's where I'm at with it is I don't want to say it's too late for that, but this last movie had the emotional capability of a
A
Beetle.
wet fart.
No,
Yeah, it had there was almost
They-
no emotion in it
Well,
other than reaction.
where they missed the mark again, and it's not even with the monsters. Where they missed the emotional beats, really was happening with Gia.
Yeah,
Again, it's
it
about
was, like,
giving up my
completely-
kid, and that's where I'm like, in the next one, she's an adult now. Like you have no choice but to give her up to her family. That was the crux in the beginning. As far as like the monster's emotional context come from, like 2014 nailed it. Godzilla was tired looking. Now from
Yeah.
24, I said 19, I meant 2014. From 2014, where he's all looking tired and shit, it makes him out to be like this old ancient thing that has to come up, has to deal with this shit. Fuck. But then in 2019, he's all like, "Fuck you, go, 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 go."
Yeah.
What? Then in 2021, I'm all like, "Please beat that monkey up, please, pretty please." And guess what? He does, because at the same time, he already put everybody in their place. He's basically balancing the earth. I'm the only one that should be roaming around here in case the space aliens come. Y'all can't do nothing for me. You ain't got
Real
beam
quick.
breath.
Spider-Man, giving Godzilla something to protect is more emotional. It's why I don't mind if they give him a son. I do disagree with that, but that's okay. We all have different opinions on it. Give him an enemy that siphons his radiation, make him actually struggle, let him win with grit.
I want to talk about that right now. Let me get in there.
Yep.
I'm gonna get in
Let's
there.
go. Get in it.
I agree. I disagree in the beginning, but I agree at the end. I disagree in the beginning with Godzilla giving Godzilla like a sibling or a spawn. They already did that with Kong and Zuko. That is the thing. I don't want to see it again with Godzilla. It's already
Yeah, I don't want to see that mirrored.
it's already a thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, nah.
the enemy that siphons Godzilla's radiation is something I'm totally on board with. You know why? And I don't want to be this guy, but I'm going to be that guy.
Albeit.
Get rid of the look. Get rid of him. Get rid of look. And again, this is something we talked about in that first 6 hours and 15 to 20 minute podcast we did. The live stream, the first one we did about 9-10 weeks ago. We talked about this. What if we had that primordial titan, which would be Biollante, cocooning Godzilla and siphoning Godzilla's energy, where he has to turn back. He's a fucking lizard. He's gonna shed. He's going to shed. And he sheds his skin. And we lose the stupid tail. And we lose the stupid look. It's not a stupid look. It's actually a dope look.
I just
It
would
is.
rather have Godzilla have a more familiar identity than have him turn into a cocoon
No,
and
no.
siphoned by a plant.
No.
you're
You're
looking
missing
at
the
it-
point. You're missing the point. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
Godzilla being a cocoon. I'm talking about Godzilla losing his abilities
Yeah.
by being cocoon. Biollante saying, "Whoa, you're way too bad. You were the balance that I gave the Earth, but now you're too much. That might get
Look,
to you. So I'm
Violante
going to
is one of
siphon
my
that."
favorite monsters, and I do not like that idea at all.
And that's
if
fair.
And that's
did it,
fine.
I would rather have Violante just be a villain.
But listen, that's
Look-
fine. But you know what? Godzilla is all of our favorite characters. That's why we talk about it like this,
It's
right?
not even
and
just
they've
that.
done weird shit that we've just been like, whether we agree or not, we're like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you can take a
But
character
let's-
like Biollante, which makes perfect sense in the MonsterVerse. Perfect sense, especially when it comes to the Hollow Earth. And make Biollante Gaia. And she's like, yeah, nah, bro, come here. You need to take a fucking chill pill, bro. Bring Godzilla back to a fucking power level. I'm not saying make her the villain. I'm not saying that.
I
I'm
would only
saying
want her to be the villain if that's the case.
No,
Chase, you-
but
hear me out. Hear me out. Just
Godzilla
everyone
should
hear
not
me
be
out
as
here.
OP as he is. He's Broly now. He's not even Goku. He's Broly.
We've had so many different iterations of Godzilla. So many different iterations of King Ghidorah, Mothra, fucking Baragon, Varan. We get all of these.
Only one
We've had
Varan.
one
Don't bring
Biollante.
Varan in there.
Okay. But we've had one fucking Biollante. What is wrong with expanding what Biollante could be?
Yeah, listen.
Because it was, if you think about it,
The problem I have is what you and Ray are wanting with it. I don't like
Because-
that.
You know
Well,
why? Because
hear
you
me
never
out.
read the book.
Stupid.
Hold on.
Because you never read the book. The novel Godzilla at Earth's at the center of Earth or Earth's core, whatever it was called, back in like 98, 99. Biollante wasn't a fucking science experiment. It was Gaia. It was Mother Earth. It was a fucking primordial titan. And it works on every fucking level. You didn't
It
read
does.
that. You didn't read that. I'm telling you, Biollante is nature incarnate. It's
all the
nature
trees,
incarnate,
the
and
grass,
nature
the weeds,
always balances itself.
everything comes from her. It's not that we want her to be this ridiculous fucking powerhouse. It's no, Mother Nature. That's all we want from her because that's in the movie. That's how she comes across for me.
And by the way, I'm not even saying Biollante be the villain. I don't think that's not where
No.
I would go. I would
No.
go more of a Mothra route with Biollante. You're too powerful. You're doing too much. Like you're going overboard. Because what have we seen in the last two movies? Godzilla fucking up humanity. That's not what you're there for. You're there to protect.
mean-
So I'm bringing you back down, and then what happens is, like what you were saying, whether or not it's the monster that ate a star or another threat, now Godzilla's depowered, and that's the emotional crux we got to go through that Rob is talking about. Whoa, how could this depowered Godzilla beat this thing that bitch slapped Kong? Get out of here. That right there now, because
I
now
think the idea of giving Godzilla a punishment is stupid.
It's not,
It's
a,
not a
punishment
punishment.
because hear me out.
you want
You know how
Godzilla
you
to be the
work
villain.
that shit in? No. Do you know how you work this shit in?
It would only work for me if Biollante and this other Godzilla type
Hold on.
monster were a tag team.
Hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I've heard you explain this several times.
No,
I
no,
still
no.
think
This is
it's dumb.
completely different. This is completely different. You know how it works? Godzilla has been fucking mutated from human-made radiation for how long? That has completely overcharged him. That has completely transformed him into not what he's even possibly supposed to be. You can have a design change, not as drastic.
From too much radiation. That makes better sense.
The whole reason Godzilla's fucking pink is because he's been eating all this fucking radiation and then killed Tiamat and absorbed all that fucking radiation. Godzilla's over-radiated. This is Biollante bringing him back to natural. He is too far gone. He's too far over-radiated. It's just bringing him back. We're coming back to 54. We're not 95 anymore. We're coming back to 54 a bit, where it is the old retired samurai that's like, I can't rely on what I've been eating for fucking 70 years. I have to rely on my natural fighting and instinct ability.
That I like that with the idea of the radiation, because in King of the Monsters, when he got hit with the oxygen destroyer, he went right back home where he was feeding on the natural radiation of the earth, and it wasn't
And that's
because
what I'm
of
saying.
the bomb that they planted.
Got rid of all the processed food.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They got rid of all the but then they gave him processed food. They gave him the fucking processed vitamins. They gave him Viagra.
Hold on. There's one person. Rob, what do you think about this? I have to know. I'm curious.
Rob is making a review
What, the
right now.
whole-
All of it.
No, I'm not. Not tonight. The whole Biolante angle of taking away what he's attained over the last movie, I actually do like. I actually really do fuck with that. Biolante being Mother Nature incarnate, that I feel is a beautiful extension of her character, because in the movie, she was literally just Flower Godzilla plus dead scientist daughter stole. Like, that's a good way to
fucked up,
flesh
bro.
her out.
That is
It
true.
is fucked up, but
true.
honestly, it's goddamn true.
It's true.
Well,
When it comes to fleshing out a pre-existing monster that's only had one movie to its name, I feel like that does it in a way that isn't exactly offensive to what the originality of the monster was supposed to be, but it gives purpose. And I don't want to be that guy, but the Monsterverse, as of GXK, really doesn't feel like it has much purpose.
Oh, it's all over the place.
Nope.
It's a Fast and the Furious.
that's-
And you know, that's my main complaint with how things have been going. It's literally just been do it because we can do it.
Yeah.
And that's why I disagree with GXK being called a Showa era movie. It's not. It's the furthest thing from it. Because the Showa era had purpose. They were genre films. They did something. Meanwhile, with GXK, it really does just feel like it's goofy for the sake of being goofy. It doesn't feel anything like a Showa era film. And with the angle of Biolante essentially being the vitamin water to Godzilla's drunken ass right now, it feels like it helps give purpose not only to him, but to the monsters that are existing within the world. Because right now, Godzilla, bro fucking exploded Scylla. He ripped Tiamat to shreds. It's like, who the fuck's going to put him in his place? It's not going to be
Yeah.
Kong now. Kong has his own family. He's got his whole new empire to himself. He's the king of Hollow Earth.
Plus, Kong couldn't do it
That's
because
all there is to
Godzilla.
it.
He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it 3 times. Godzilla had Kong 3 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless Kong gets all of the apes to go attack Godzilla at once, but
We-
then he'll just go supersonic and just blow everything to shit.
Yeah, but we
Yep.
saw that in GXK. We saw that happened, and Godzilla Singular put them all in their place.
Yeah.
That's in the movie.
He trapped them in the Hollow Earth.
Yeah,
And,
so that won't
you
work.
know, Godzilla getting Metroided, essentially, losing all of these latent abilities right as when he needs them. Honestly, it's not even from a design standpoint. You don't even need to change the fucking design
Yeah.
at that point, because
That's
that
my
wouldn't make
bias.
any goddamn sense.
Yeah, that's just my bias.
I understand that. I understand that, but it comes from a point where all of the stakes against Godzilla do not fucking exist anymore.
Right.
The man is literally the plot device.
He's the MacGuffin.
That's it.
He's the MacGuffin.
So with a movie that takes away what's been given to him, or losing what's been given to him, anything of the sort, even being matched by a monster that's more powerful than he is, I feel like that gives more purpose to his character moving forward. because he's not God mode incarnate.
Can I?
And that's
Go.
the death of his character. I'm so sorry, but it's true. Godzilla becoming so powerful, it's impossible. It's fucking boring. It's dumb. It's stupid. It has no fucking weight behind it, besides it, in front of it. Nothing. It's fucking boring. To have it taken away from him and have him to come up above all of that, rise above this Caesar's like level, that's a great fucking angle to take. Because right now, the man's a fucking plot device in this franchise that he started.
Yeah.
So I kind of vibe with the idea. And again, it's not from a design standpoint. I dig Godzilla Evolved. I do. Like, is it ridiculous? Sure. I fuck with it, though. I love
like
Godzilla Earth. I love Shin Godzilla. I love Godzilla Ultima. I love when artistic liberties are taken with a character that's older than all of us in this fucking chat right now, because it shows that a character can evolve over time, both in the stories that it tells and both in the people that helm them. That I fuck with, always. It's just from a story standpoint, I'm sorry, but if this is how the MonsterVerse is going to continue, we're going to end up like Bayformers.
So
yeah.
I wanted to touch on it.
Bayformers X
I'm gonna
Fast and Furious.
I'm going to make a little bit of a comparison. The way GXK left off for me is exactly how the Rise of Skywalker left off for me.
Oh,
That's
Jesus
how
Christ.
I feel the exact same way right now, where it's like, where the fuck do you actually go from here? You have your big boss that defeats fucking everything, Godzilla, Ray, and fucking not much else. What do? How do you make a character out of someone that you started making a character for and then abandoned it?
Here we go.
Without breaking,
Here we go.
Without breaking lore either.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
and
That was a problem
that's
in
the whole thing.
Here we
That
go.
was a problem in GXK. That's a problem in Star Wars. I'm just
I'm
saying.
gonna disagree with the Star Wars analogy. I'm not gonna disagree with the
You-
Godzilla, but the Star Wars analogy.
Mothra was in GXK. We've already established
We've
that.
already gone full fucking Star Wars with Godzilla. We
No,
can't
no,
deny it.
but what I'm trying
That
to say
bitch
is,
got 3D printed because a bitch felt like it.
I'm going to disagree with the Star Wars analogy because that Rise of Skywalker was the end of a trilogy. That's exactly where Luke was in
So
Return
what
of the
you're saying
Jedi.
is The Last Jedi for you.
Now that I would be
Okay.
like, all right, yeah, because
And I
fuck
get
that
that
movie.
too.
Because
I'm
fuck
just-
that movie. I'm sorry, I'm getting angry. I
No.
gotta bring it
And
down.
I was just saying from my own personal opinion, you say The Last Jedi, I'm still there. Because I feel the same fucking way. I feel like nothing's been resolved. I watched a bunch of shit happen that some of it I liked, some of it I didn't like. And then I moved on with my fucking day and found something else to like.
Yeah, all I'm saying
That's why I
is
don't like
the-
Star Wars anymore.
The Rise of Skywalker, the Rise of Skywalker analogy does not fit the Godzilla because this movie's not over yet. This series is not over. That was supposed to be there. That was the trilogy. It was ended. It didn't work. I'm not defending the movie or the series. It doesn't work. But
We're sitting at The Last Jedi, dude.
right now we are. Yes, we are. Right now, Godzilla just became Broom Kid. I absolutely agree with that. He even got a broom for a tail now. It's crazy. Did you see that? He's got bristles. He's got fucking bristles. So I'm just saying. I agree with that.
He's got to clean the cave, dude.
I agree with that. Kong's gonna make Godzilla his bitch. That's not true. That's not true. But all I'm saying, and again, it's not even the aesthetics. That's a personal bias of mine. But Godzilla has to come down a notch or two in order for if they want to do a Godzilla centric movie, the threat to feel threatening. Now look, the Mutos weren't really threatening. The thing was Godzilla was tired looking. Like fuck. Where's it? Again, in King of the Monsters, Godzilla was ready to go. Like let's fucking do this. And I do agree with what JL was saying as far as getting all of these fucking non-essential vitamins and minerals. He's getting bombarded with created fucking things
You
that
know,
can't be good for him. Can't be good for him.
I think also the biggest problem with them evolving Godzilla the way he did was because of how poorly written it was. I feel like if they would have shown it like, oh yeah, no, Scar King and Shimu actually were these really terrible threats, I think we wouldn't be having this discussion.
We wouldn't.
Because they were so watered down and lackluster and really poorly written, I feel like this is now, it's like, okay, and I agree. I like there to be like a limit where Godzilla goes. I don't want this to be just Godzilla is God. I like Godzilla having a challenge because I like proving that he can be God in the way of showing that he is strong enough to not falter, but he still has a challenge. I like that.
No, go ahead.
Where he's just one punch man, I just don't, I don't like that.
Chase, you nailed that. One
That's
Punch
the
Man.
perfect
That's very
fucking
good.
analogy.
Yep.
So real quick,
Fucking
Spider-Man. I could relate to Godzilla in 2014, watching him having a hold onto the bridge like an old man getting out of the bath.
You know what, Spider-Man? You know what, Spider-Man? Were you spying on me today when I was getting out of the hot tub? Because that was me. I was like, oh shit, I'm shaking. But that's shut up, Spider-Man. Don't do that to me. I feel bad now. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Keep going. I love you.
And Ray, you touched on that shit too earlier. Like, the 2014 Godzilla is the old samurai, but I will correct you in one spot. The 2019 Godzilla was the old samurai that's like, I'm gonna have to beat this motherfucker again. And then 2021 was, I need to put you in your fucking place, and then he met his match. Where 2024 Godzilla is samurai who smoked methamphetamine and snorted a line of crack, and then was colorful and shit happened. That's about right.
Hey, yo, Tiamat is a fucking god. Like, he absorbed that shit. He became god mode. God Goku, bro. It is what it is. And again, I don't even care about that. I really don't. I love the speculation. And again, Chase knows this. Chase has been here forever. When we start to speculate, it's like the best thing. Even if,
I'm my own primordial.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Hey, listen, you may be old, but you don't have to just say it.
Listen, man, I got
I
some
love you.
primordial ooze in my sack right now. We ain't having this conversation.
For the love of Christmas and...
But no, I do like the fact of a monster being able to drain Godzilla of his energy like Kaiser Ghidorah. But like, I would like to see a monster that's new be able to do that, like original kaiju, and be like a new big bad. I think that would be cool to see him fight up a monster where it's like he's being drained, and it changes the aspect of what is Godzilla going to do. Show us this intelligence again, where like maybe he has radiation still, but he has to be very limited to it in this situation and has to be very thoughtful of how he uses it. And maybe we see him use it in different ways than the atomic breath or something like that. I like that idea.
Okay, so...
See, the
Go ahead.
major issue that keeps popping up within the fandom, unfortunately I need to bring it up, is simply that people want to see original, like, Toho kaiju with a new design, with this big budget and everything, and with a moment that comes from Godzilla having his energy sapped and it becoming a world-ending threat in all of this, people are going to expect something like Ghidorah, Destroya, Gigan, something to that extent. And as much as I don't agree with that, because I feel like if the MonsterVerse is going to continue, it really does need to carve out its own niche amongst the series, because always relying on, what's come before is only going to become stale at some point. Again, Millennium Era.
Yeah.
We saw what happened there. And that's
just the fact with King of the Monsters, they blew the Ghidorah load too quick.
Exactly. But you see, in that essence, it's like, okay, well, we have 3 films. We're going to end it with GVK.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
that
Yeah.
was the plot point. That was the plan. Like, we were going to end it, but it just so happened that Toho likes free money.
Come on! I
I-
went to the theater like 7 times to see GVK.
It's just, I feel like moving forward, we have to really, like, know when to turn left and know when to turn right. We need to know when we should, not when we can, but when we should tap into the originals and when we should tap into something new. It's just, as of right now, yeah, Mechagodzilla was in GVK, but I'm going to be honest with you, that motherfucker was tacked on with thumbtack, silly putty, the blue shit that they use in schools. It didn't feel like he needed to be there. It felt like your standard fucking third plot thing that they throw in there to get the main people fighting to team up and have something to beat.
You know, it's funny you
Which
say that.
still-
Yeah, hell, you know, it's funny you say
Which
that.
still, Godzilla X Kong's final battle was way better than the New Empire battle.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No. Oh, GVK.
I feel
as
like that
opposed-
team up was way better.
GVK's
No,
team
the
up.
GVK
Yeah,
team
yes.
up was way better than
Yeah,
the
yeah.
GXK.
Okay.
I didn't think so.
Absolutely.
Oh no, it
I
was.
feel like
Absolutely.
the choreograph with Godzilla and Kong was a lot better in GVK.
Yeah, because
That's
there
what
was
we're
this
saying.
beautiful back and forth. Kong has an axe that's powered up by nuclear energy. Godzilla's got the fucking garlic breath to power it the fuck up.
There you go.
They fucking play off one another. It was
Yeah, and that's
great.
I think it was better than New Empire.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
we're
well,
saying,
not
but
to-
it just
not
sounded
to
like
be that guy, but New Empire's final fight kind of felt like,
A fart
like
and a
you said
win.
earlier, a bit of a wet fart.
far
Listen.
away. It's so good.
I just came back and people are yelling, what did I miss?
Everything. We talked.
I know.
Matter of fact, there was a new director announced. It was you.
Oh shit, listen, you guys are fucked.
They're only paying you 10
See-
cents though.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
10-cent
See,
production.
here's the thing.
10-cent
If
production.
JR was legitimately named director of the next MonsterVerse movie, I'd feel pretty comfortable in what happens, to be completely
Yeah,
honest.
because I've already told Ray exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I co-wrote it, so I'm down.
Yeah, him and me are gonna be like fucking. We're gonna be hammering this shit out, dude. Not only that, I'm cinematographer.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to work a camera. That's all I'm saying,
I know, we've seen your OnlyFans.
dude. My butthole looks fantastic. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It's never looked so vibrant.
I think
Sick
what I-
balloon knot, bro.
real quick, I want
Honest.
to touch back on what Rob said. Is I feel like where the MonsterVerse ended is like we lost the hold of the reins, and we need to get our hands back on them before we
Dude.
die.
Sorry, the wagon's already halfway off the cliff. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but there is absolutely room for course correction.
Oh yeah.
There
Yeah.
absolutely is.
Hold
No
on.
no matter how you feel about Adam Wingard, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, and there is a way.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Where there's a will, there's a way. And honestly, again, with the hearing what Gareth said, what he wanted to do, Doherty did pretty much that. There was nothing. And again, there was a 4-movie plan, right? Godzilla, Kong, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla versus Kong. End of story. End of story. And honestly, I would have been comfortable with that. I'm good. I got what I wanted out of this entire thing. With the exception of Rodan's Row. I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted.
Honestly, the biggest mistake in this entire endeavor was Toho thinking that it wouldn't take off. Because it took off.
Yes.
Godzilla's bigger than he's
So-
ever fucking been on both sides.
Real quick, chat. Spider-Man GXK ending battle felt like something that happened. There wasn't any crazy weather threat from Shimo's snow blast. It felt inconsequential and rushed. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it did.
Um,
It did.
The
Just like
consequences.
JVK's ending.
absolutely.
No, but the consequences came from the insane amount of destruction and death.
And that's where you have to acknowledge that in the next movie. Listen,
You do.
They're going
you
after
have
Godzilla
the
already.
head of Monarch in GXK losing her fucking mind because Godzilla's doing all this shit. She's like, literally, she is the secretary from The Boys, losing hair. She's like, what the fuck is going on? I am so stressed. That's what Godzilla's Homelander, confirmed.
Listen, the novel for GXK fleshes that character out. The novel for GXK fleshes that character out so well. I fucking love that character, and it's a damn shame we don't get to see exactly who she really is in the movie. Because the novel, and if Gam Gam was here, he could co-sign. The novel fleshes that character out, and without taking away from anything the movie showed, they just give you little tidbits here and there, little bits of information, and you're like, you know what? That's a real one. And I love it. Because she loves
And you
Godzilla.
know-
She loves Godzilla.
I'm
And
going to be
sh-
controversial here.
Oh, here we go.
That's the problem with giving people what they want.
Yep.
Because while we got the monster fights, we were neutered on everything in between. And that's what causes problems, and that's what causes lore disruption. That's a problem, and that is a proof that the customer is not always right, and it is proof that not everything that the bigger voice says is what needs to be done. Because then the quality of your movie, the quality of your franchise and series is going to dwindle. And that's my main problem with GXK, and even GVK to a certain extent.
Wait a
Not
minute.
everything the wider voice says is the right thing to do.
Wait a minute. Did you literally just do a soliloquy to convince me on why Shin Godzilla works? Because that's what it sounded like.
That's exactly what I am saying.
No,
Because
it does make sense.
Despite what the wider voice says, yes, we want monsters punching and fighting and mashing the X button. We absolutely want to see that. But there is an in-between that needs to be had. There's a reason why the Heisei era works for people. There's a reason why the Showa era works for people. And it's because you have that fucking middle ground. Eliminating the middle ground between humans and monsters is going to stink you. We saw how this works and how this ends before. Let's not make the same mistake again and course correct here. Because I promise you, I love Kevin Smith. I do. He's a Jersey boy. He's my guy. But let me tell you fucking something. If you're out here saying I only watch Godzilla movies for the monster fights, you're wrong.
Yeah, you need
You're
to get
wrong.
it together.
You need to get it together because that's not the point here. There's
So-
bread and there's butter and there's a toaster oven. Toast the bread, melt the fucking butter, have both sides meet in the fucking middle.
And a bathtub.
That's how
What
it
if the
needs to be done.
closer gets to it?
Absolutely. Go ahead, JR.
That's my fucking take. That's my fucking take.
No, it makes sense. So real quick, Luke Weaver says hello.
What's up, Luke?
What it do, Luke?
Got a great name, Luke. We just talked Star Wars. You're the man. Automatic.
Oh yeah,
Automatic. No, drop.
Listen,
I agree with that.
I agree with Rob though.
I do. And that's the thing. Where Toho could be experimental, the MonsterVerse set a bunch of rules that they got to follow now. Even though they haven't been following anything since 2014.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But and I think that's the best part. But do we want to, with 5 movies in, go completely in another direction? Or do you want to, all right, we set all this up. What can naturally, progressively come next? What do we do? And again, there is a problem with Godzilla being OP. It really is.
There is.
And it's like, And again, and you know, my biggest fucking issue with GXK is there was no reason given to us why he needed to get there. There was none. No reason. Because if Godzilla put those monkeys in...
The only reason given to us was that he needed skin that would fucking survive what Shima was dishing. That's it. And it's a very baseline exposition.
Yeah.
And yeah, I see the face you're making, and yeah, I'm rolling my eyes at the fact too, but it was given to us. It absolutely was. But I'm going to be honest here, GXK, it's not the way to move forward.
No.
Financially, it did well, sure.
It did
but
the
again,
best.
We've seen how this goes before. Bayformers is a great fucking example. Even the Chinese audience will get tired of the shit you're slopping to them. They're not going to show up despite what's shown in the movie. You need balance.
Absolutely. And with that being said, welcome back, Gams. You on your breaks?
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Sure.
Yes.
Ooh.
That sounds like
Listen,
you got fired.
I'm not having a great day. I'm just gonna sit here and listen to y'all talk.
You're beautiful.
You do that then, bro. Listen, just
Listen,
hang out
Drew,
with us.
it doesn't matter what they say, what they do, or what they give to you. You're an amazing fucking human being, and anybody that tells you otherwise is fucking wrong.
It's not what anybody has said, it's what has happened. I literally broke over 20 dozen eggs because I'm an idiot. I feel like I haven't accomplished a goddamn thing in the 9 hours that I've been here.
Listen here, Drew. You've got a gimp hand. You're not doing fucking well. Fuck it. Shuffle on, remove it. You're gonna do better.
Mistakes happen, pal. It's all right.
Things happen. You can grow and become better because of it. Don't beat yourself up about it.
That's
You
why
have
I
a
drink.
handicap right now, and if anybody says otherwise, I'll fucking give them a new pair of goddamn shoes.
And I'll be right
Ladies and
back.
gentlemen.
New
Work
fucking
at
real
8
estate.
o'clock in the morning tomorrow, I would be drinking after work.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are a family here. We got each other's back. We may disagree on a lot of things, but at the end of the day, we'll fuck a motherfucker up.
We would fuck a
You're goddamn
motherfucker.
right. This is how a fandom should fucking operate. Like a
Yeah.
family, like a bunch of friends.
Absolutely, on our second fucking hour into the fucking live stream. Here we go. 2 hours in. All right, here
And
we go.
unfortunately, I have to depart, my friends. I gotta go figure out dinner and all that.
Brother Chase, I love you.
I
Thank
love
you
you
for
too,
your
man.
opinion.
I love you all, Rob, Ray, Andrew. I love you all.
Love you too,
I
man.
hope
See
you
you
guys have
later.
a great Memorial Weekend. If I find time to come back, I will. But if not, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Listen, you have a great Memorial Weekend.
Later, brother.
Thank you,
Chase.
pal. You too. Later.
Fort Brody for life.
Wait, I finally stopped peeing. I could say I love you too. God damn it. No, he's gone.
That's where I'm going right now.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is also why I wanted to bring this up real quick. As a kind of like a thought, right?
Sure.
I want input on this thought. Do you think that people went to go see GXK, The New Empire, kind of based off the fact that -1 won an Oscar? Not that they're even remotely close to each other, but just for the people that really liked -1, they're like, yeah, I'll see what this Godzilla movie is. Do you think that attributed anything?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no.
Okay.
Because from the very jump of GXK's marketing, it absolutely removed itself from everything that was -1. They wanted people to know this is the other type of Godzilla film. This isn't -1. Now, did -1 winning an Oscar influence it? Maybe a little bit. Who's to say? But for the most part, I'm going to say no.
Considering the bulk majority of the box office is China, and China never got -1, I'm gonna say doubt as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
China. Well, that's the thing with the Chinese. They love stupid shit. Sorry, all of the people watching in China.
JR, take it fucking easy with that, JR. Fuck.
Listen, they're the reason the Bay Transformers movies went on for so fucking long.
But yo, we gotta thank them for that because Dark of the Moon is based.
What? Is that the one with Leonard Nimoy, Spock?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I
that's
don't care what
interesting.
anybody says Bay was cooking.
No,
He wasn't
I
cooking very well, but he was definitely cooking.
like the first Transformers movie.
Hold up, I
Revenge of
need to
the
answer.
Fallen-
I need to answer your dumbass question.
Listen,
That was a
listen.
dumbass
Michael
question.
Bay
No,
was
it
not.
wasn't dumb.
No, listen. Michael Bay was not cooking. He was following the directions on how to make a McDonald's burger on the grill. All right.
Well, before
From Burger
Ray,
King.
Before Ray tears me apart, Spider-Man commented, probably not, only due to the general audience wanting to follow up with what Kong was up to. Oh, and yeah, Godzilla 2. I will never forgive Sentinel Prime.
Yeah, we will never.
No, we
forgive
never will forgive Sentinel Prime, but I love seeing it happen.
Yeah,
And no, it was just it was a general question. That's it.
Yeah,
Huh.
there's
And it
no.
was like,
Oh my
Oh, okay,
gosh.
okay, all right. I was like, wait, what? What's going on?
I thought Drew was in China for a second.
Jesus Christmas Christ!
Oh,
I couldn't understand what was being said.
That was-
Okay,
no,
Germany.
listen,
There was
man.
some people looking at some fucking kayaks.
Yeah, pretty
What the
much.
hell's a kayak?
So that's what happens on
It's
the
like
live
a
stream, ladies and
canoe,
gentlemen.
but-
This
Yeah,
is
I know.
what
I
happens.
have one in my garage. I go fishing with it. It was a
the
joke.
Sonic Adventure 2 of a rowboat, essentially.
Dude, so what you're telling me right now is Sonic is better than Mario?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's got the better fucking movies. He's got the better fucking soundtrack. Hang me if you wish.
Hey,
And he's got the better fucking voice cast. Fuck
Hey.
you, Chris Pratt.
yeah. Yeah, hey, time out. That you see, this is what gets me mad. I like Chris Pratt, but he's got to stop. He's got to stop. It's Garfield
Chris
shit.
Pratt is Garfield now.
Yeah.
And people that have watched Garfield are like, that's not Garfield. It doesn't sound like Garfield. Weird. It's almost like they're just hiring him because.
Yeah. But listen, I gotta
Spider-Man's just-
answer your question because I was taking a piss
No, you're good.
and I listened and I said, "What is he talking about?" That made my piss come out even harder. I was like, "Fuck, I'm pissed," because I'm pissing. No,
Hard
there's-
stream.
yeah, exactly. There's no fucking way, bro. There's no way.
I'm just talking about like the people that have the casual interest.
No, and-
They're like, oh, this won an Oscar.
No.
That was a good movie. What's this?
No.
Because we gotta
Like I
think in
said.
terms of general audience. But
Yeah.
I understand.
But the general
The
audience,
marketing tore itself apart instantaneously.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And here's the deal: the fucking MonsterVerse has been in the general audience's eyes for 10 years.
And
Yeah.
years at this point now.
That is true.
Which is fucking wild.
So what you're telling me is Tommy Wiseau's Big Shark is gonna be the best kaiju movie ever made.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
yes.
Tommy Wiseau is making
Without
that
a
movie?
doubt.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he made a
wrote,
Big Shark
directed,
movie.
and starred it.
Big shark, Tom.
Big shot.
On my heart.
Everybody watch out for the fin. That means teeth, and that means big ouchie.
What a story, Mark.
When is
What
that
a story,
shit coming
Mark.
out? I
Big
know.
shark attack.
Y'all gotta fuck with. Y'all gotta stop fucking with me, man.
So real quick, I follow
Not, we,
Tommy.
we are fucking with you. No, like legit. Tommy Wiseau made a movie called Big Shark. It is still in the process of being edited, even as it's been screened for like 2 years at this
2
point.
years. I've been following Tommy Wiseau for
Completed editing. They
Two
just
fucking
completed
years.
the editing.
2 fucking years. I follow Tommy Wiseau. Big Shark, Big Shark, Big Shark. Motherfucker, just release it. You don't need that much editing. The Room and Best Friends look like shit.
That sounds like me.
SRS Cinema.
That
Where
sounds-
you at with that home video release?
That sounds like
Ronald.
that. Literally sounds like me following Guitar Wolf for Wild 02.
After this, I will send you the trailer to Big Shark.
Oh, pretty
it's
please,
hilarious.
pretty
Did you-
please! I gotta see.
Did you
that.
know the original trailer had Greg Sestero in it? The
Yes, it did.
co-star,
And then he
and
walked
he's
out.
gone now.
Yeah, he walked out.
Yep.
That's why
Again.
it's taken so long to edit the fucking movie.
Listen, imagine being friends with Tommy Wiseau, making The Room, walking out of it, hating each other, coming back for best friends, loving each other, walking out, hating each other, getting back together, making Big Shark, walking out, hating each other. Stop!
You don't
Just
notice the
stop.
pattern? There's a pattern there. It's about making money and then walking out.
It's an
Yeah.
abusive relationship, and I don't think Tommy Wiseau is the bitch in that relationship. No, I think he's the abuser.
And that's okay. You know why? Because Tommy Wiseau makes fucking cinema. Cinema that's better than GXK,
Oh,
as
stop,
I
for the
so
love of-
eloquently put it.
Oh my god.
You can't sit here and tell me The Room is not more entertaining than GXK. The Room is a laugh a second. GXK gives me cancer.
Listen,
That's two
GXK
different kinds
does
of
not
cinema.
have. Listen, GXK does not have not one, not two, but 3 sex scenes. All right, nearly back to back.
Where
And they're
Tommy
all-
Wiseau fucks a belly button and not a vagina. Let's
It's
be
fantastic.
straight here.
Right, we gotta
From the
watch The
step
Room.
right here.
I've
After
seen
this,
the room.
we're
I've
watching The Room.
I've seen the movie. I watched
We're watching
the
it
movie
when
and
I
then I
go
watched
there.
I watched the one with what's that kid's name? The Green Goblin. Harry Osborn. I watched that one too.
Oh,
The
little
disaster
James
artist.
Franco, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched both. Yes, Disaster Artist. Thank you, Cam Games. I watched both.
Yeah, Game Games just saw it a week ago for the first time.
did.
actually.
Oh shit, really? Well, fuck, Gang Games
But
just saw
anyway.
Daimajin 1, 2, and 3 yesterday for the first time.
Oh, you
just
guys
one or
got
two.
through
I haven't
3?
seen 3 yet.
Oh,
We're
I
gonna
was like-
watch 3 next Wednesday.
Oh shit,
Okay.
I swear to God, I thought y'all watched 3 in those 2 hours we were
No,
hanging out.
just 1 and 2.
I don't know. I was wondering because like I was like out of nowhere. I was like, I'm going to bed, and I passed the fuck out in the middle of them watching 2.
So then,
And then right after you passed the fuck out, the price for the 1954 repaint from SH
Oh
Monster
my
Arts
fucking god!
was
I've got
practically
words.
confirmed to a T.
I've got
That's exactly
words.
what you said.
holy shit.
Weird. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. It's okay. No one listens to me.
Did I say that yesterday? I was like, we're going to talk about this tomorrow, aren't we? There we are. Here we
Yeah.
go. Let's get into the toys
There we
segment of the podcast. So, Rob, I'm going to let you start off.
1954 post version.
Oh, no, okay. Game Games, you go ahead.
I am convicted now.
Go ahead, Game Games. Go ahead. You kicked it off.
Listen, I am conflicted now because I thought that thing was cool. I was like, I'm probably gonna buy that for like $84. Have it next to my NECA poster version of the 1956 King of the Monsters poster, and it would just be a nice little parallel. No, now it's $120, and even with the breath effect and cool plain accessories, I don't think I can do that. I don't get paid enough for that. Even at $17 an hour, I don't think I can do it.
I got bills, damn it. Fuck.
Goddamn right, I got bills.
Rob, what do you think, man? Is that thing worth
So-
that much money?
Let me break it down to you. Already, I'm a little conflicted because I'm getting Godzilla Evolved from SH Monster Arts. I am. I got the down payment and everything. But let me break it down like this. There is no fucking reason on God's given earth that a figure that originally retailed on Big Bad Toy Store for significantly less breath effect or goddamn fucking otherwise, that it should be 120 or more at the import release. This is a figure you do not need. This is a figure that you may want. But at the end of the day, the need outweighs the want, and it is entirely not fucking worth that price.
So,
No, not at all.
so
Not even close.
So as a dippy like myself, who doesn't collect the way y'all collect, going through the ins and outs of everything, I say, oh, that looks nice, I'm gonna buy it. And I gotta be honest, I really do like that. I really do like this brown Monster Arts version. You know, I like the stand that says, and like I said yesterday, I'd pay $50 for the stand alone. I would pay $50 for that. I would, because I'm stupid. You're saying, yeah, wait for it to drop in price. Will it drop in price?
No.
It'll just
No.
go up.
Because SH Monster Arts is a lot like Nintendo. You'll see a price drop before your firstborn child goes to college.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You'll
So-
sooner hit up in print and then go up in price in the aftermarket.
That's what I'm afraid of.
That's my main quarrel there. Like, apparently it's going to be a wide release, which is nice. But for us in the States, that really doesn't mean too much. Because
No, not
we're
really.
going to get the import tax tacked on. We're going to get everything in between. And even if we were to get it at Japanese MSRP, we're paying next to $20 to $30 for shipping, regardless.
Yep.
So the way I look at it is, if you're really about that, if you're really just like rearing for it, by all means go for it, especially if you don't have the original. But from a collector's standpoint, who works on a budget for his YouTube channel and everything, because believe it or not, I do have a fucking budget, it's just not worth it, because we don't have, and I don't mean to bring it up, and I know it's a fucking sore spot in the fucking whatever. We don't have what Hyatt is distributing over here in the States. Because with the Hyatt figure, we can get it at Chinese MSRP. But with Bandai, we need to tax on import. We need to tax on the shipping, the whole 9 yards, because both the distributor and the person importing it needs to make a profit off of it. And to be completely honest, we're getting to a point where the average price of an SH Monster Arts figure is going to be $180 to $200. And Bandai, that's where you're going to lose people. But the sad and fucked up thing about all of this is, it's all warranted. Because in this day and age, you need to pay for tooling, you need to pay for assembly, you need to pay for painting, you need to pay for material costs.
You pay for the
At some point in the future, SH Monster Arts will not exist. Mark my words, they will not exist. Because it will get to a point where even the Japanese audiences isn't going to buy it. Because it is critically approaching that point where figures are going to become so expensive to make, to the point where they're not going to turn a profit, even in the fucking motherland over there.
Wow. That's just
I'm telling you this now, and we're going to see a dip in quality in the Movie Monster series eventually. We're going to see a dip in quality across all of Bandai's shit, because a lot of the things that they make, small or otherwise, is cost effective. The movie Monster series, it's cost effective. They produce figures that they know are going to sell based on brand recognition alone. Whether the person who owns the rights to the IP or otherwise is going to pay extra just to make it look extra good, there is going to be a point in time where we will be paying $40 for a Movie Monster series wide. At the rate things are going, that's exactly where we're going to end up. And I'm telling you right now, there is going to be a fall. And it's going to suck.
It's gonna suck real bad. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta get back in there for my last 45 minutes. I'm gonna try not to kill myself. So,
Listen,
Godspeed,
Drew,
Spider-Man.
Gams, we'll
Drew,
be here
the
in
other
45 minutes. We'll be here.
That's the NECA.
We
Yeah.
will be here.
We're your
and
safe
I'm telling
space.
you right now, you're fucking awesome. And I'm not saying this just to hype you up. I'm saying this because I believe it. You're fucking awesome. Be easy on yourself. You have a fucking handicap. And again, if anybody tells you otherwise, give me their name and their address. They'll be gone in 6 months.
And just remember, milk
All
isn't
right.
a real thing.
wait, 6 months? How many months?
6 months. Exactly. 6 months. Exactly.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
See you, Gams.
Love you, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Anyway, for anybody listening to this, I have no pull in whether somebody lives or dies. I'm just saying that to give them confidence because they deserve it.
And you know what? May is International Mental Health Awareness Month. So, yeah, you know, it is apparently. Listen. Come June 2nd is like National Awareness for Tying Your Shoes. I don't know. There's always a thing. But I take precedence with the mental health thing. I get it. I understand it. People get stressed out at the job, whether they like it or not. You know, it's not what it used to be.
It's not.
If you weren't there, then it's different. And there's a lot of people that got to come to terms with that. And I'll be honest, I'm probably one of them because I'm a fucking hardhead. But I get it, and you know what? Like, yeah, if you feel like somebody's struggling, anybody out there listening, if you feel like somebody's struggling, a couple of words of encouragement doesn't hurt nobody. It doesn't.
It doesn't, and it never will.
Absolutely. JR is
Lift the
talking,
homies
but
up.
he's not saying anything.
It's because I muted my mic. Listen, I'm just saying, reach out.
Absolutely.
Be the one that helps someone in need. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes a motherfucker's just gotta fucking vent. Be there for that motherfucker that needs to vent. Cause life sucks sometimes. You know, G1. You know, Rob. You guys get it.
I do.
I do.
Yes, good.
You know?
And there's nothing more important than lifting up the extended family, the people who aren't your blood and flesh, but the people who share things with you. And I don't mean to get cheesy and everything, but you don't choose your family. Sometimes they just pop into your life.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
sometimes-
Thanks for that, Rob.
You're welcome. But it's true.
It is.
Sometimes you just need to go out on a limb and hear somebody out. Even if you're tired, even if you don't want to fucking talk to somebody, because at the end of the day, that's going to mean a truck ton to somebody that really needs it.
Absolutely.
Rob's not lying. And if, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever need to curse a motherfucker out and tell them that you will bite their fucking head off for spewing silly shit, you go ahead and do it, because you never know. That might be exactly what they need to hear.
Exactly.
You're goddamn right.
Now, with that being said,
Oh boy.
fly me to the moon.
Oh God, we're in
And let
trouble
me
now. Here comes-
play among the stars. SH Monster Arts, I already have the 54. In other words, what is that?
It's a jiggly leg. What is that?
$80 is what that is. We gotta sit here and talk 110 to 130 for this. It's brown. Mine's black and white and gray, kind of. I reviewed it, but you know, I'm gonna do a re-review. The new one's brown. I already have it. You guys
the
can't
new one
see.
is brown.
It's
It
brown.
comes
You know what?
with
Look at this. Look at this
stands,
fucking
stands,
piece of
a
shit.
stand
It's a
adapter.
fucking worthless fucking. I hate this figure. You know why I hate this figure? Because first of all, NECA did it better, and it was $20, and then I bought it again for the box and the breath effect, and it was $25. Wow, $5 increase. This was $80. And Monster Arts is like, oh, yeah, we're going to repaint it. Oh, okay, your repaints have totally been fucking worth it. Oh, we're going to include 2 planes and alternate hands. Oh, okay, because that's stupid. Oh, we're going to include a breath effect. Oh, that's great. That's a nice breath effect, except it doesn't match the one that's in the poster. But, you know, I'll buy it and just shove it up my ass, I guess. Listen, you're sitting here telling me you're getting $110 to $130 fucking dollars. I can't. I look at this travesty of a fucking figure. I said it yesterday. It's not fucking good. It's not good. $80. Hey, the sculpt's great, but the paint is shit, and the articulation, what is this? Look at the fucking, no effort. Look at that. No effort. I can't get the other leg to do that because the other leg has fucking tolerance. This one doesn't, because Monster Art shit all over this figure when they sold it to me. Fucking thanks. I appreciate it. This thing's fucking awful. I hate this figure. Monster Arts, you sat here and hyped us up. I'm gonna put this piece of shit down. You hyped us up with your marketing. Oh, we're doing a big fucking release for the 70th anniversary. People were like, oh my god, Kai's gonna do a 2000. Y'all are stupid. He was never gonna do an actual Godzilla 2000. He's always gonna do his shit. He's petty. Oh my god. What are they gonna do? Oh my god. They're gonna do a 98. No, Toho's stupid. They wouldn't do that. They don't like money. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Oh, it's 54 again. You know when this came out? This came out between the year, I believe, if I am correct, 2015 and 2017 was the release window. This has been reissued 2 separate times since. And it got worse.
One very recently.
One very recently, as in fucking last year. And just so everyone knows, they got worse. The eyes on mine, wow, they are stupid. Terrible. Not symmetrical. Yeah, they do the chameleon shit, but they're not even symmetrical with the chameleon shit. They got worse. The QC got worse. So you're sitting here telling me a figure that has been re-released or released in total 3 times, that they're just gonna fucking repaint that and give accessories, that you're not gonna face the same issues? You're totally going to. And not only are you gonna face the same issues, you're going to pay more for it, and you are going to like it, because here in the infantry, we're better than you, and you know it. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Click here to know more.
I agree with you 100%. And I need to make mention of a recent video that Steven's Toy Reviews made on mental health and figure collecting.
Yes.
Because there absolutely is a connection between the two. Because unfortunately, figure collecting has become a very get it now or you're going to fucking miss it and pay more later than you are now kind of vibe.
The fear of missing out.
There are releases that are coming out that you absolutely do not need. You can treat yourselves in other ways other than spending an obscene amount on a figure. Do you deserve it? Absolutely. But you also deserve to not spend over $100+ on a figure that may or may not be good. And I really don't care who I piss off in saying all of this, but does SH Monster Arts have very nominal goddamn releases? Yes. Is there an extremely RNG element to how they release their figures? Absolutely. I'm telling you all this now. You don't need a figure. You never need a figure. Myself, I want that orthochromatic Shin Godzilla. Am I gonna get it? I'll be honest, probably the fuck not. I don't want to pay for that. And my name is Shin Rob Jira. I love Shin Godzilla. And at this point, after watching Shin Godzilla again, I still like it more than -1. And I'm telling you at this point right the fuck now. No. No. Not from Tamashi, not from SH Monster Arts. It is unneeded. You never need a figure. You only want it. And sometimes treat yourself to a nice 3-course meal. Sometimes treat yourself to a couple beers. Some other times, if you got a significant other, treat them and treat yourself to a nice dinner out. There are better things to be spending your money on than $120+ on a repaint of a figure. Sorry, that was never that good from the jump.
No. And that, I 100% agree with you. The fear of missing out is instilled in us. Once you
And
get past
unfortunately-
that,
Yeah.
you got to get past it. See, I looked at my pre-orders on Big Bad Toy Store, and I looked at my budget for this summer. And I had to sit here, and I had to make the tough choices. Godzilla or Trigun? I have a Bash the Stampede statue and a Wolfwood statue on pre-order. Both of them combined, without tax, $260 for 2 statues. And I sat here and said, don't need it. I love Trigun. You guys know I love Trigun. It is hands down my favorite anime of all time. I love it. Fuck that. You know why fuck that? Because I also have a Space Godzilla and a Mogira from Super 7 Ultimate. Together will cost me $200. I save $60, and that's not including the shipping, which from Big Bad will be $4 and then an additional like $8 tax. I save money going this route. It's not the fear of missing out, it's budgeting. There are things you will never be able to obtain. Prime 1, for instance, I will never, ever be able to obtain one of those statues. And
Why
I'm
not?
okay with it. I know you have, because there's different people. Some people can afford it and some can't. Listen, do not ever bankrupt yourself because the fear of missing out. This Monster Arts figure, the 1954 original release. Am I glad I have it? No. I have said that since 2015.
So can you
I have
send it to
been-
me for free?
Absolutely not.
Why not? You don't like it, so just give it to me. Like, come on.
Well, at least $25. Come on, dude.
I give you 10.
25.
I give you 10 if you drive down here when you come.
You know what? I'll bring it to you. I'll bring it to you and hand it to you personally. You give me $10 and
And a jerk off.
no, a hug. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
I get
I'm
to poop
sorry.
in your hot tub.
Listen, now private conversations are different.
I want to poop in your hot tub. All I'm saying is, figure collecting is what it's there. Figure collecting. It is not figure necessity. Do not ever get yourself in a financial struggle because of the fear of missing out. I look at this new Monster Arts and I know exactly what I'm going to get. I know the price. I know what I'm going to get because out of all of us here, I'm the only asshole who bought 3 2004 Monster Arts Godzillas and got a replacement. So 4, and every single one of them were fucked up. Every single fucking one of them. That's $400. Every single one of them was fucked up. And, well, I reviewed it, of course. That's one of my least popular videos on my channel. That's okay, because people don't like, harsh criticism. It's okay. But, all I'm trying to say is, know a figure's worth, and don't overspend for something for the fear of missing out. Monster Arts is not worth the price. That $140, $160 I spent on that Space Godzilla, I said it in my review. Absolutely absurd with that price. Get it out of here. I don't agree with it, but I made payments. I didn't pay up front because, bankruptcy and shit. By the way, Spider-Man wanted the 98 so badly. Same here. The Final Wars hand grenade. Yeah, it literally is. No, you know what you're buying. A lot of people like it for Monster Arts too. Just stop it. If you like what you like, that's fine. Like what you like. I will never take away from that. If you are sitting here willing to spend the money, that's not going to put you in a financial struggle. Spend the money. But also know your money's worth? What is your money going towards? And that's where Haya has come in and saved the day for someone like me, who sits here and says, I don't want to spend $130 for that Monster Arts 2024. I will spend $50 for the Haya. Not only does it look better in the promo images, but it's Haya, and they have a good track record.
And
You know?
as somebody who has a YouTube channel and has seen some quote unquote moderate success, I don't want to hype myself up. I guess I've made a name for myself as the Movie Monster series guy, and I've bought every single Hedora repaint, remold that the series has unleashed upon our wallets. And I can tell you that I've only done that because between my job and between YouTube, I could afford it. Did I need a strawberry chocolate Hedora? No. I did it because honestly, the meme is hilarious and I hope they make a fucking another one. But there is
that's
a
not
point
this
to
one,
where
right?
you
That-
can say
That's not this one, right?
no, there's a different one.
Oh, I know what
It's
you're talking
got
about. I know
pink-
which one you're talking about, right? All right. This is like chocolate ice cream or
Yeah.
some shit.
But there is a point to where you can say no. And I assure you, your life will be just fine without it. As somebody that literally lives from paycheck to paycheck, both from work to YouTube, there are things you can say no to. You might take a hit if you're a content creator, because I feel like the whole content creation and figure reviewing mental like health standpoint really hasn't been touched upon. That's okay. You can afford a hit. You can afford a gap in your shelf. You absolutely can. There are things that are worth saying no to, and I can assure you, no amount of subscribers or viewers telling you they want to hear your opinion on it is ever truly worth it.
It's
And I
not.
mean that. I genuinely do mean that. I love my viewers. I love my subscriber base. But there are things where I will just say no to. Whether I have bills, whether I have, other things that I am committed to. Sometimes it really just ain't worth it.
See, that being
And that's
said,
that.
that being said, I'm not one of those people who do reviews on YouTube with my figures. I was buying stuff when I went to the first G-Fest. Hell, I've been buying stuff from before that. Not Godzilla shit, but just like I liked to buy toys, especially like when I was younger. When I realized the toy game was what it was way back when Star Wars decided to put out like whatever Legacy of the Force, whatever they were, whatever it was called back then when the re-releases were coming out, I was buying them. But it wasn't until my first G-Fest where I spent $200 on something, and I was like, oh my god. And I had money. But I spent $200 on a fucking toy. I was like, what the fuck? Where I realized this shit is crazy. That was back in 2001. We're in 2024. So it's been a bunch of years, right? Now I'm buying stuff again, and I hear what you're saying, Rob. Like, sometimes it's not worth it, especially if you're someone who does these things for a living, right? Like,
Yeah.
the strawberry fucking Hedora, strawberry chocolate Hedora. You said that it was funny because that is probably the only other figure outside of Godzilla that I have many of. I don't know what it is. It's the design. I love that design. I love that.
I do too. Hedora is one of my favorite kaiju of all time.
And it's not even mine. I just love the design. I love the design and it's nostalgic because it was always on Channel 9. WWORR or WORR. Channel 9 back in Brooklyn, Jersey, tri-state area. Way back in the day.
The classic.
The classic.
fucking classic.
You know what I'm talking about. But because of y'all, right? And again, this is even before you got into the picture. All of a sudden, the figures became a thing, and I realized how much I loved collecting. And I do. From comic books to video games to fucking movies. Like, give me a DVD, a Blu-ray, now a 4K. Like, I want to own a physical fucking copy. I want to physically be able to hold this tangible thing in my hand. And then now it comes back to the figures. As you guys know, my wall, Super 7. I go out of my way to find the ones that they say are sold out. And I'll buy them. Sometimes I'll buy them for maybe double the price. Like that blue Marmot Godzilla Super 7. Should be $20. I paid $60. I don't give a fuck. Couldn't find it anywhere. Alright, here's your $60, sir. I'll buy it. It's fucking nuts, this industry, if you will, because it is an industry, because somebody's making money off of us.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
And they realize, oh, these dudes are making these reviews, and they're not dudes, but these people are making these reviews, and they're getting these hits, and that's generating them money. Which means we pump more shit out, they'll buy it, and we'll generate even more money. And sometimes it's sickening. The majority of my fucking collection comes from conventions way before YouTube was a thing.
Yeah.
There was no such thing as a fucking toy review. None. So when I see shit like that, and I don't knock none of them. None of them. I don't knock none of them. But when I see, and I can't even say, all right, I won't even say the toy reviewers. But when I see NECA, I'll say these companies come out with a fucking Ninja Turtle that looks like the 1987 cartoon, which is what got me and made me grow up with. I'm sitting here like, that's the greatest thing of all time. But why are you charging me fucking $35 for Donatello?
Because they can.
You know, back in the days, we used to go to Woolworths, and we used to go in the motherfucking book, and we used to go and flip the fucking billions of pages and say, I want that one. Okay, and they look at it, and they say, okay, $10. They go in the back, bam, I got a brand new Ninja Turtle figure. Now, granted, it wasn't the cartoon accurate one, but I didn't know it was comic book accurate at the time. Playmates was doing their damn thing. But I digress.
Yes, they were. And they still are. God bless them. They're doing it again right now.
And it's fucking nuts. I mean, look, I literally got this new setup, right? I got a new desk set up. I got shelves now on my desk. So in the middle, I got all my Mezco 5-point series, right? I got to get the Mothra one. But I got all the other ones. I love them. And then on the top, it's a menagerie. I've got Burning Godzilla that JR hates. I got Godzilla 84 that came with the Super X that I fucking love. I've got Movie Monster Series. I got Baggin. I've got Gigan 04, Biollante, Godzilla 85. Then I got a Batman statue because it's fucking Batman, right? Then I got a bootleg Mechagodzilla 2021. But he's dope, and I changed his pose. I got to take a picture and give it to Gam Gam, so he won't be mad that he's still doing the Macarena. But, like, I look at these things, I'm looking up at these things, and I'm so very proud of them. I think that's what collecting is all about, being proud of the collection. And I see when JR goes on a rant about a figure, whereas I will look at the same figure and I would say, I'm okay with this. Now, that being said, when I opened up my NECA GMK, I fucking hate that thing. I fucking hate that thing. And I'm not one of those people like y'all. I'm not a figure connoisseur. I hate that fucking figure. I fucking hate it. I hate it. And I never opened up another NECA after that. I just refused. I don't know, call me crazy. I get where y'all coming from. I love the fact that if it wasn't for people like you, Rob, JR even, my wall wouldn't be adorned with Godzilla stuff. I wouldn't find the passion again to hunt shit down. Those Godzilla figures, the Super 7s, I've got every single fucking Super 7 Godzilla figure reaction line. I went and hunted down the ones that were unavailable. I don't have the latest blind box because I don't care about that. But it brought back the love of the hunt, the love of the exclusive. Like, it does. But at the same time, I get it. If you ain't got the money, why are you spending it? Don't blow your load. Shit! I got a couple of fucking Godzilla things coming towards the end of the year that I'm like, oh, happy Easter? That's how I looked at it. It was like, all right, yeah. And that's the evolved Spiral Godzilla statue that I can't wait to get. And Cybot.
Oh, dude, I just paid off my Cybot today. No. Yeah, today. I should be getting it next week.
See, I paid in full.
Yeah, I made payments on it, but it was like $40 payments, and then I paid it off.
But they also said, and this is why I respect it, they also said, like, depending on where you pay, like, if people had a pre-order already and shit, like, I'm down the line. Cybot was out, I think, 2 or 3 months already when I bought mine. When I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy it. So I get it. I'll play the waiting game. I got no problem. But good God Almighty, I can't wait to get that son of a bitch.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I had a comment on my channel earlier this week about that video I made of the 95 Burning Godzilla, the Ichiban show. You have any idea how many people still to this day, I uploaded that in what, fucking September, October of last year, still are like, man, wish I would have saw your review. I fucking hate this figure. It makes me feel good knowing that I could sit there and tell someone, hey, this figure shit, don't buy it. And then they buy it without seeing my video, and then they regret it.
I'm gonna take
hilarious.
I'm gonna take a picture of this. I'm gonna take a picture of mine right now and tell you how, and show you how I upgraded mine. You ready?
Oh,
I'm gonna take a picture of it right now. I should stand up. Let me stand up. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, that's just like the rewarding part of all of this, and it exceeds between you saved me money because, you know, being on YouTube for God, however long 2016 was, I don't know how old the channel's gonna be. I think
almost 10 years.
Yeah, so being on YouTube for almost 10 years now, I think one of the more rewarding things is you made me laugh when I needed it, you saved me money when I absolutely needed to save me money, and you distracted me from a bad day. Those three things are probably the best part about doing what we do. And I don't even mean to come off as a cheesy YouTuber saying the fucking thing that everybody says, but in reality, that's really what it's all about. And that's why I do what I do. That's why, JR, you do what you do. You're having fun doing it. And you know somebody somewhere is going to come across that video, not only learn something, but they're going to have a laugh.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole basis of my videos and why they're so short. It's like, I want a laugh a minute. You've got 3. Like, I want you laughing, but at the same time, I'm always critical. I mean, again, we've done this for how many fucking years with the podcast? I've known you 2 years. Fuck, I haven't changed. Well, a little bit.
Crazy
I think
it's been 2 years.
I know. I think I've actually tamed out, you know. I think my anger is kind of mellowed out a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
So that was fucking funny. So that was a fucking lie.
But
But
you know
no.
even that comes from a good place
Oh yeah,
because you're not the only one saying that.
No, and I always want to. Yeah, I make my jokes in my videos, but I always, when I get them, for instance, if the figure's worth my money, I want people to be like, come across this, you like it, it's worth the price. Or
Yeah.
it's a giant pile of shit, and I'm going to yell at it and still give it a 3 out of 5.
First off, JR's
you
being
see-
very modest. JR's being very modest.
I am being very
His
honest.
3-minute reviews,
Yes.
the best part of those reviews is not his jokes. They're whack. They're terrible. He can't make a joke
You
to save
love
his
him.
damn. He can't. He's the ass crack of jokes. It's the music. It's the music. I implore everybody,
Oh, good.
go follow his shit. It's the music he puts up. I'm telling you right now. And
Oh,
I'm
you
putting
don't
it-
even like the fucking pictures I take. Come on, dude. I work really hard. It takes me 10 minutes.
Look at the picture I just took,
mean-
and this is why I just make the Ichibanzo fucking Burning Godzilla
Oh.
a billion times better.
Oh, that is so bad, though. God, my repaint looks so much better.
No, look, it's Firestorm.
I know you've got Firestarter on a
Fire-
Burning Godzilla. Burning Godzilla is the embers to start the fire.
That's why I love it. I'm like, she's totally riding Godzilla's neck right now. You know, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's great.
A ha ha ho ho hee hee.
And he said my jokes are bad.
It's the best.
God damn,
Check
that
this
Burning
one out.
Godzilla does look atrocious though.
Isn't it the worst shit ever?
Look at Iceman. He's just
Really?
hanging out on the side of look, see Iceman.
No, he's great. He's great. And yes, I have to touch upon this. The joy of going out, like I go figure hunting almost every Saturday. I say almost because sometimes I just need to sleep for 9 hours.
By the way, I just
But-
posted Spider-Man and his amazing friends in the group chat. Y'all ain't gonna see it, but
Oh, it's
they will.
no, it's fucking beautiful.
See, that's my new desk. There you go.
It's great, dude. But no, I go figure hunting almost every Saturday. And what did I find? Not last Saturday, but the Saturday before. The translucent Hayatoys Godzilla marked up at 60, 25% off. I paid 40. Wow, that's awesome.
Beautiful.
But I also find the Mezco Godzilla 1974 Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla set, which is sold out everywhere for $40 fucking dollars. Brand new.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
That's the joy of it.
I didn't pay 40. I paid 65 for mine.
Because I got a good deal. Because sometimes when you go out, and I'm not discrediting anyone that pays MSRP, sometimes you get those good deals. And that's why I still go out to hunt them physically. I can order them online. Absolutely. I had that Mechagodzilla set on pre-order. I had to cancel it because of finances. 4 months later, I find it and get $20 off. Sometimes it fucking works out. That's all I'll say.
Sometimes it does. Other times you live in New Jersey and you realize that the staff at all these retail workers, fucking places, are scalping the shit from behind the scenes and putting them up on eBay for a quick buck.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I have stories. There's a local store here, a toy store. When these big fucking Godzillas, the Pop 2021 Neon City Glow Pops, Godzilla were released. This toy store had 6 people go out to all the Walmarts and nab all of them. Brought them back to the store and he marked them up from $40 to $100. And
See-
I told him to go fuck himself. What happens? Come across it 2 years later for $40. Brand
See,
new.
that is atrocious
Yeah.
because there are people out there who do that because they know that there are YouTube channels that are going to buy into it
Yep.
and want to be one of the first 3 or 5 people to talk about it, dependent on their following. But that is a shitty fucking thing to do
Yeah.
because not only are you taking it away from the people that matter most, the kids, but you're taking it away from a general audience member that might want to have their first Godzilla figure be a neon blue and purple Godzilla.
Yeah.
You're fucking wrong. And I will go out on a limb, and I'm going to say thank you to my friend Matt out there in Georgia for hooking me up with Playmate shit way before I ever saw even an inkling of it out there over here in New Jersey. But thank you, Matt. I love you. Much love to you. You're a fucking G. But I will say, people who do that, people who buy out stock and post it up on eBay, you're the scum of the fucking earth. You are fucking terrible. And you do not deserve to see your children's graduation.
Good God.
Yeah.
For
You
collecting
don't.
toys?
I'm sorry.
No,
Because
it's
of toys.
terrible.
And you know what? Ultrazilla, at the point in time when GVK was coming out, said it best. He was like, I see people doing it. I know creators that buy into it, and I don't fucking agree with it. And to that point, I am on the same fucking level because my guy was 100% right. There is a point to where you need to say fucking no. And when you're paying $110 for fucking Playmates figures, bro,
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
come off your fucking ivory fucking towers and you gotta learn when to say
This,
when is the views worth it and when is it not. And
yeah.
as a content creator, again, that's seen some moderate successes here and there, something like that is never fucking worth it. Especially if it puts you in a bad angle. Especially.
That right there seems like COVID impulse buying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
absolutely.
scalpers hit them, and they're just like, yeah, no, you can't find that in the store. You can't even go to the store. But I got it. It's like a plea, like when the PS5 came out during COVID. You know, like
I'll be
shit.
real. I saw a significant fucking uptick in my analytics, in my viewers, in my subscribers, in my likes to dislike ratio during COVID. That was a desperate fucking time because the only thing that was coming out was merchandising.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I thank God every day for my friend Matt in Georgia that was getting this shit before I stooped down to the level to paying fucking $80 for 2 fucking Playmates figures. There is a precedent to be set there. And unfortunately, there are going to be people that are going to buy into that. Because there are people who are that fucking desperate. And I'm going to tell you all this right now. If you're listening to this a week later, a month later, or whatever, if you're that fucking desperate for the fucking clout, I will tell you right now, it is a fucking needle in a haystack that you will see significant growth and success on YouTube.
Oh, in regards
It is
to
not fucking worth buying scalped items.
you're talking about in regards
If they
to streaming review videos.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm talking about it as a whole, and I'm talking about it from a content creator's mindset. Like, bro, listen, understand me. I was in the fucking trenches. I was at maybe 7,000 fucking views. I got fucking lucky with a Playmates Mecha Godzilla review, and I went from 7 to 10 in maybe a fucking month and a half's worth time. That was a needle in the fucking haystack moment. Not everything that you're going to buy for an excessive amount of money, well over above its MSRP, is going to bring you that level of success. Do
It's
not
not.
feed these people. Do not. Because there has been times where I've bought older items that there are very little fucking video coverage videos on YouTube, and it's not done anything what I expected it to. There's a method to the fucking madness in terms of collecting and content creating. And I assure you, it's not always in the item. It's in you.
That's
As lame as that might sound.
no, it don't sound lame. It is the fucking truth. This is why I got 0 views on anything. I ain't got no charisma.
What are you talking about? My
Ray-
live streams are
Ray,
terrible.
You have magnificent fucking charisma.
It's the
When
problem.
you open this shit up, I feel like I'm on a goddamn radio show.
That's what it's all about. Okay, dude, you can't do that.
Put your
Stop.
fucking
Come on,
tits
man.
away, JR.
He had his titties out. He's rubbing his nipples, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to leave here, I understand, but don't. You know why? Because guess who's coming back in about 5 to 10 minutes? Gam Z1. He's gonna be finished with work. We're gonna get down with him. We're gonna fucking talk. I don't know, bullshit. But the fact of the matter is, I can't believe we are now going into hour 3 within 10 seconds. 3rd hour on the 10th
Oh,
live
yeah.
stream. I gotta look. I'm gonna make sure. Where we at? 9 or 10? JR, what do you
Listen.
think? On Fridays.
this
Only
down, man.
Fridays. Only Fridays.
Oh, yeah.
I am drunk, and I am not
You too?
bullshitting any of you at all. This is coming straight from the heart of the cards right here. Yugi Moto fucking drawing the Blue Eyes White Dragon and Exodia right fucking now from the deepest machinations of my heart. You don't need it. It's not going to be the major success it's going to be. And if it is, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to follow it up. And you know what? That's perfectly fucking fine.
Listen, I'm
You're valid.
living proof of that. But I don't make my videos for the views. I make them because I like to be an ass.
And let me tell
Oh,
you,
and-
man, that's going to pay off for you in the long run. It is. I
But
truly do
considering-
believe that.
Considering my highest viewed video is like almost to 10,000 views, and it's me sitting there bitching about how my Haya Godzilla dorsal plates are all warped. They still are with everyone I buy, but that's beside the point.
I'm gonna fucking
No,
review
you see,
bomb
it's
you.
not besides the point because you're the voice of a minority that doesn't have a voice in all of this. Because look at the conversations we have.
Yeah.
SH Monster Arts this, Haya that. How many people are actually talking about the actual issues that they faced with Haya figures? Not many.
You, me, and I think Steven, but he goes on those long rants on Twitter and I fall asleep.
All
No,
I'm gonna
no.
say is we are. This is the 9th Friday.
Oh,
This
the
is the
ninth
ninth Friday,
9 weeks in a row.
the
Real
10th
quick, Spider-Man.
podcast,
I
live
mostly just upload random clips. Listen, Spider-Man. You upload clips of you saving people.
Yeah.
Everybody gets
Yeah.
one.
Listen, Spider-Man.
Everybody
Spider-Man.
gets one, Peter.
Tony Stark is gonna visit you soon. Just that's what. Trust me. Trust me. I seen it. I seen it. I know. I seen the future. I seen the future. Tony Stark's coming for you, Spider-Man. Tony Stark's coming from you.
You just got to keep it together. But
Just
no,
watch your Aunt May though.
listen.
He's a playboy. Watch your Aunt May.
Yeah, seriously. Listen, Aunt May's got a fine ass.
She
She
knows
does.
to find
Oh, are we
mistakes.
talking about Raimi, Aunt May? Because I was.
Oh, God.
I just killed him. The man got up to pee, and I killed him on the way out.
I'm going to say something about Steven's toy reviews.
Listen,
And it might not
before
be
you say
popular with a lot of people.
Before you say it, I want to go on record and say I respect Steven. I watch his videos. I agree with some of his takes. And Spider-Man said, zombie visiting me, lol.
I
Go
agree.
ahead.
So what I'm going to say about Steven is we're talking about a gentleman that has been doing this for longer than I have, probably longer than you have. The man knows
Probably.
the ins and outs of the collecting world. He has a lot of knowledge. And despite whether you agree with him, disagree with him, or meet in the fucking middle, you have to give the man his due diligence and his respect. He's been doing this for a very long time.
Oh,
He
yeah.
knows what he's talking about. And sometimes when he goes on long rants and people might click off or may just disagree with him or whatever, you have to give the man his fucking props. He definitely has a job outside outside of YouTube.
Yeah.
He definitely, absolutely, 100% has a life outside of YouTube. And this is where everything gets lost in translation. I don't feel people appreciate some of Steven's takes and some of his rants that he goes on because he's not doing it for the views. He's not doing it, well, maybe he's doing it for the views just a little bit, but he is doing it from the small guy's standpoint. It's like, here's why this is bad, here's why this isn't good, and here's why you shouldn't buy it. That's why I've always enjoyed Steven's content, because there's never been a point where I feel like I'm talking to somebody or listening to somebody that is being influenced from the outside in. Steven has always been 150% real with his shit, and whether you agree or disagree with him, that is fact. And in that same breath, that's also why I love Kaiju Canuck. I love that motherfucker. I love when he fucking uploads shit, and I consume his content. Clip me if you fucking want. I love that dude. I love Kaiju Canuck. I want to have a fucking beer with him. But he is in the exact same breath as what I said with Steven. When this man brings takes to the table, when this man is seasoning the fucking conversation that's going on fandom-wide, he's bringing a clear mind and no bullshit to the table. And in this day and age, where people literally look and seem like they're being paid to say something positive, that is a breath of fresh fucking air. Between Steven and Kaiju Canuck, I love them both. I hate when they disagree with one another because I feel like it's when mom and dad are fighting. But I see the points between the both of them. I do. And I feel like we need people who are going to say that with that amount of sense behind their rants, their raves, and everything. Because those are going to be the people, yourself included, JR, that are going to not only save people money, but it's going to save them stress as well.
Yeah.
And that is 100% needed, not only in the Godzilla fandom, which eats itself alive every other fucking day on social media, but in the collecting world as well.
Well, dude.
There needs to be people with common sense. And regardless of how you feel about either, Steven and Kaiju Canuck are those people.
Man, listen. I came downstairs mid conversation and I was like, "Oh my god, damn! Oh wow! Oh shit! I'm touched." I thought you was talking about me, man. I was about to have my speech ready and shit. Then I'm like,
You're beautiful.
Jesus Christmas! I was like,
The
yeah.
G Show has changed my life. I get off work on Fridays and we sit here and talk about stuff. It's changed my life.
Game
Ray,
Z
you
wants his
practically
back,
adopted
baby.
me.
I'm the worst. I'm sorry. I am sorry. But we are now 3 hours in this podcast.
Hell
And
yes.
Gam Z1 is back. What's going on?
Still having the worst day ever.
Well, then,
But hey, at least the fucking milk stocked, right?
See, there's
listen, that's because I showed my breast assist 5 minutes ago. You missed it.
He did.
You did miss it.
He did do that.
I never
That
thought
was-
I would see JR's titties, but I did.
And I was
He's
like-
seen them in person. What are you talking
That was
about?
what I was
He
saying.
has seen them in person.
I was about to say,
That's
I
a
don't.
joke.
I didn't
You
think I was
missed
gonna
it.
s-
Flew right past you.
Yeah.
No, but for real, everything Rob said is legit. I was making a joke, I
Yeah.
was being a dippy, but no, it's legit. And fuck, pay attention, people, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
It's not. And it's not all shit stains and fucking poopy pants either.
Absolutely,
It's not.
It's about how much you
It's
love
not.
doing it, and that's the thing. That's the thing I always tried to promote on a G Show. I mean, from the jump, I just love talking with y'all. Like the fact that there are people outside of Brooklyn, New York, who were the people that I had to find that I can now talk to from different areas of the United States, fucking different areas of the world, because shit, if you go back and watch a couple of fucking, you know, not a couple, but 6 years ago, we had Leonard from the fucking UK on. Things like that makes my heart swell.
I mean, hell, just go over to Rob's server, shameless plug, on Discord, and you'll meet John Dog, who is also British.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, in this group here, that I never thought that I would have somebody from Britain on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know, it's a funny little origin story because I never would have met either you or JR, RJ, if it wasn't for Drew. And I don't think I ever would have ever become even as close of friends with Drew if I didn't just accept their friend request on Facebook. It's a beautiful little domino effect.
Motherfucker has a
And Drew,
Facebook.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember how we became acquainted. We just became acquainted. And that was it.
It was because I watched all your videos and commented. Because, you know, that was back when I was, like, commenting on YouTube videos, like, regularly. Like, every video I watched, I'd leave a comment.
And you see, we built up a fucking, what's the word? Acquaintanceship through that. And now we're fucking friends.
Hell
And
yeah.
here we are in a fucking group chat with two people I didn't know fucking existed pre-2019. They had me on for one episode. Here we fucking are. You know, I think that's beautiful. I genuinely do.
It is. And, like, it's also so beautiful because, like, before I met any of y'all, like, you know, before I became an admin of a fucking Facebook page, Zilla Jr., GVA, all that, before I met all y'all, you know, being a Godzilla fan was something I was in the closet about because I knew for a fact I was going to get made fun of for it by everybody around me IRL. I didn't have any kindred spirits. I thought I might have been just the only motherfucker out here who loved these Japanese-ass movies, who is this big of a weeaboo. But then I go on the internet, and here we are. You know, I connecting with people who have the same or similar interests. And yeah, we may disagree, but that's the beauty of it. Different perspectives. You know?
Exactly.
One
we
of
all
the-
stay friends through all of it. And that's something the fandom at large can learn.
Yeah.
Spider-Man! I haven't heard of GVA in ages. Well, considering that I'm shit-faced Kong
And I'm
and
Zilla
Gam Gam
Jr..
Z1,
Is Zilla Jr., yeah.
there's two admins.
And it's
All
funny.
that.
Well, you see,
Yeah.
that's an even more fucked up origin story because I followed GBA long before I ever knew JR or Gam Gams. I knew these motherfuckers before I knew them. It's like a
Yeah.
2001's love song on alt rock radio.
You know, and that's where I was going. Like to take from Gam Gams. I hung out with Anthony, right? Like, I hung out with him. It wasn't just over the fucking computer where we did that 1,000 times. But I hung out with him. I went and we hung out together. Like, I physically hugged this man who created GVA, who pretty much introduced me to everybody and the reason we're here now, right? And it was
The man who revolutionized Godzilla memes.
but fuck that bullshit. Like, I don't care where he's at right now. He knows how I feel about that, damn it. But I digress.
Ghost of GVA having
was-
motherfucking ass.
The conversation we had in about the 3-4 hours we hung out was, I mean, it fucking ranged. Like, it was about life, how we grew up. Like, literally, we didn't even touch upon Godzilla. you know, or the reason why we're here, which was Godzilla, until like towards the tail end of the conversation, it was like meeting a long lost cousin, you know, like someone it just felt right. It was like we were family, and that was the thing he did. Now, granted, he wasn't the first person to introduce me to everybody else. That was my man Matt in Minnesota, G95. He started this shit with me. We ran with it. He introduced me to Anthony, and then it just fucking snowballed from there. But it was that thing, like with Anthony, the sense of community. Like Gam Gam said, I didn't know there was somebody else around like that. For me, in Brooklyn, I knew who were the geeks, and I knew how to work the streets. You had to separate it.
You did.
But when you come across those that didn't know how to separate or just went to one thing, it was like, oh shit. I was schooled, and I'm older. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was schooled. Here I am saying, I know everything. I don't know shit. These young kids that don't do nothing but deal with this, schooled the fuck out of me. And that dichotomy became the family. And honestly, I swear to God, like, shit, to be perfectly blunt, couple weeks back, we had a blow up. And I fucking hated it. And I listened to every single fucking thing. And at the end of the day, here we are. That's family, man.
That's family.
That's family.
Goddamn fucking right.
And
Sometimes family don't get along, but at the end of the day, I'd go back and I'd visit this motherfucker in person, and we'd have some more beers, and we watch more Godzilla. And his cat has thumbs. It freaks me out, but I love that cat.
Yes. Yes, I love that little corpsey boy. I'm heading back to him right now. I'm gonna snuggle the fuck out of him so that I don't have a heart attack.
Snuggle
tonight.
Ghost too. I want Ghost. I wish I had Ghost.
Ghost is I am the only one that Ghost does not fuss about being picked up by.
Dude, what are you talking about? Ghost ran up to me, jumped on me, and just sat there and let me pet her. I was like,
Ghost does that, yeah.
I love this cat. I'm gonna eat it.
yo, I don't have pets. So what I'm going to do to make you feel comfortable is throw my dirty underwear at you.
No,
sick.
you can just pet me, dude. I'm hairy in all the right places.
I don't know, Francis. She ain't into hairy men. She hates hairy men, bro. You ain't got chest hair, right? She'll throw up.
What do you? I have chest hair. I've showed my nipples like 40 times. There's no hair on my chest.
Put it
I'm
away.
bald, dude.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a fucking bodysuit, bro. You're gonna wear a swimsuit, and I don't mean like a swimsuit like a woman. You're gonna wear a scuba suit. That's what I'm gonna give you.
Oh, that'll be awesome, dude.
It would be
Nah,
actually.
just give him a neon pink morph suit so he can be pink guy for a day.
You know what? You know what the beautiful thing is too is chat. The people listening. We have started to meet up in person. This isn't just us over the internet.
No,
Some of us are starting to make the rounds.
Scared the shit out of me because I was just playing some Xbox, expecting him to come, but not expecting him to just show up from behind me and be like, "What's up, fucker?" And I just oh no.
It was, dude. I still have that video. It's fucking peak cinema. I've never seen someone react like that. And what's awesome is what's the alter ego for L
Cruz.
on here?
Miyazaki?
No, L, the significant other, Drew.
It's Cruz.
Oh, Cruz.
Oh, Cruz.
Cruz. Sorry,
Just
that's
saying
why I
it a
said
couple
L.
times.
Thought you were talking about Death Note.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. But no, the best part about that too is Cruz, who let me in and just pointed the way, and I was like, "Does Drew know?" No. It was perfect. It was all set up.
Holy shit!
It was all set up.
That was cruising video. Holy shit!
Yeah, it was awesome. And I'm gonna fucking do that. I'm gonna do that to you, Ray.
No, you're
I'm
not.
gonna- well,
No,
you-
you're not.
you know
No,
I'll
you're
be
not.
coming,
No, you're
but-
not. No, I'm not. Because I'm Batman.
No.
I know.
Dude,
when
he's
coming.
gonna.
I'm Santa
I'll
Claus.
pull into his driveway and he's already gonna be in the trunk.
Yeah, you pull into my driveway and I'm the stick shift.
Just JR sneaking up behind G1, going, "What up?" And then G1 having a heart attack. God, son of a.
He's gonna have a heart attack, and then
might
I'm
happen.
gonna have a heart attack, and then Nana and Francis are gonna be taking both of our asses to the hospital.
No. The good thing is that my pool is a fucking Lazarus pit. So they just dump us in.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Just
we'll
throw us in the hot tub. We'll be good.
We'll be fine. No problem.
Pooping in a couple of times, but it'll be fine.
The capillaries open. The blood starts streaming. We're good to go.
We'll be like, boom, 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 motherfucker. Let's watch Transformers.
Hot tub stream.
Oh, hot tub stream.
Bro! Drew, yo, gang cams, I swear on everything, I came home today. I jumped in that son of a bitch, and I was ready to fucking... but nobody was home. It was still too early. Rob was the only one available. I'll put it like that. And I think he was doing his damn reviews. So, like, I was like, but yo, that's gonna happen. Hot tub review. Fuck.
Oh, dude.
How can I get
The G
everybody
Show
down here?
fucking grand meetup hot tub review, like bro.
I got
what is
a
this?
I got a 6-seater, so there's more than enough, and we can totally fucking do this. Like, fuck,
You got Italian out there, bro?
bro. Of course.
I'll make Italian. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
what are you talking about? I got Olive Garden, bro. Olive Garden. It feeds everybody.
Olive Garden.
Olive
is
Garden.
Italian light. That's like the Godfather being made.
Listen, no, you know what's about to happen? If that happens, fucking Rob and me are gonna be in the kitchen cooking Italian food, arguing about whether or not oregano deserves or not deserves to be in a meatball.
It
You're
deserves.
goddamn right, and it absolutely does.
It deserves to
No,
be
so
in a
we agree.
No, oregano is in a
agree.
meatball.
Doesn't
It has to be in a meatball.
meatball make it an Italian style meatball anyway?
No, an Italian style meatball. You gotta have the Italian sausage. You gotta have the ground beef. You gotta have the basil, oregano. Listen,
People
I'm sitting
might
here
wonder.
no more recipes.
People might wonder what the fuck does oregano have to do with a Godzilla fucking podcast? Well, I'll
I
tell
can
you.
tell you
It's got
right now.
everything to fucking do with it.
I'll tell you right now.
Godzilla is oregano colored in some movies.
Dude, and if
Exactly.
you think about it, 2017 anime Godzilla's dorsal plates kind of looks like oregano.
It's true.
That is
And it's
true.
one of the reasons why I like Earth Goji so
Oh my
much.
god, Godzilla Earth is Italian.
He is. Just like
Oh.
Godzilla in the Monsterverse. He's Italian now, too.
He is.
He was adopted by the fucking Italian people.
What are we doing as a society?
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. Who the fuck are you?
What's the
I'm
Listen,
Tommy
bro.
Tallarico.
what's the banquet count?
Listen.
What's the banquet count?
I
Banquet.
am at 3 tall boy Coors banquets.
Oh man, okay.
So that comes out to 2, 4, 6. 6 beers.
Y'all are gonna be surprised. This is only my third rum and ginger ale. Ginger ale soothes the belly.
I can't wait to get home and just fucking get so goddamn high out of my goddamn.
Dude, do
gourd.
you
That
ever
has not
just-
been good day.
Do you ever just get home from work and just rub your ass on the carpet?
Jesus Christ, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
What?
Absolutely. But then again, I never leave home for work because I work from home. So.
Godzilla Earth salad yum. Listen,
What a-
Spider-Man.
What a perfect segue.
Everybody gets one. He said Godzilla
Everybody
Earth
gets one.
salad yum.
I'm
I
12.
mean,
I mean,
I'd try it.
I'm 12.
Oh, yeah.
I tried at least once.
I'm
I mean,
pretty
it'd
sure
probably
they
be a
made
little-
that for the
little
movies
crunchy.
too.
Probably, dude.
Because you know how Toho loves their Godzilla-themed desserts. Lest we forget the Shin Godzilla ice cream cookie. And we'll never forget.
Oh, I want
You know,
one of
that
those.
was beautiful.
I'm not gonna lie.
I wish I had a
don't.
chance to taste that cookie.
I imagine
I do too.
Shin Godzilla tastes like peppered beef jerky.
It was actually a chocolate strawberry cookie, a hot strawberry chocolate cookie in vanilla ice cream.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't even know G1's face just now when I said that. He had a stroke.
because every time we hang out, that's all you eat is the fucking that jerky pepper.
Have
jerky.
you know I didn't buy it this week?
Wow, I'm shocked.
Well, that's just because I was trying to save a little bit of money, but I'm eating pork rinds instead. So it's all good.
Listen,
Hey man,
ice
hey
cream
Arnold
jerky
taught me
is
anything?
delicious.
Pork rinds make you sleepwalk.
What?
Really?
Oh yeah.
Maybe I could sleepwalk my happy ass down to the lake and go catch me a bass.
Listen,
By the way,
listen,
Spider-Man, my teeth screamed imagining eating that cookie. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I have a question for all y'all.
Oh, you ask it.
Of all the designs of Godzilla and or Kaiju that has not been made into a figure or does not have very many figures made of it, what would be your number one want?
Ooh, that's a good
Gabara.
question. Ooh, Gabara is a great one.
Gabba 100 fucking percent. Is
Kamakarus.
more misrepresented than the fucking. I don't even have an analogy for that. That's how underrepresented he is.
I want Kamakarus.
That's so true.
Gabba.
I want a Kamakarus.
I'm actually gonna go with Kumanga because I really need a Kumanga. I have the statue of the 67 and the Minya. I need a Kumanga and Kamakarus.
So my thing with Kamanga
Bandai,
is
get
this.
on it.
My thing
For
with
me-
Kamanga is this.
For
There
me,
was-
and thank God for YMSF because they're making one. For me, it'd be animated 98 Godzilla.
You're animated.
Can't wait for it.
Well, that
You
one is
gotta buy it.
different. That's a beast. Yeah. That.
Yeah.
But what were you saying, G1?
I was just saying, like Kumanga for me, like, and I guess because I'm the oldest one here, a regular fucking rubber spider with a squeaky fucking abdomen. To me, that was my Kumanga. That I use
Oh,
that
yeah,
shit
no,
all the
I-
time. That was my Kumanga.
I get that. I just want an official one because I
Yeah.
could just go to the dollar store and buy that.
Yeah. The shocking thing is
Yeah.
that you can still buy that after 40 plus years. And I'm
yeah.
maybe even
And
40
you could
fucking 5.
easily repaint it to look like Kumanga.
I could. The problem is Kumanga's body shape and the way the eyes are. That's what
very
I'm
true.
wanting because,
It's
like,
very specific.
yeah, and that's my whole thing. Or else, yeah, just generic spider.
That's why Mezco didn't put it in there, because that set would have went from, well, it was 2 sets, but it'd have been $110.
They could have just
I'm
done a
still-
third set.
What,
They
for
could
just
have.
Kumanga?
That Bandai never made a singular toy Kumanga.
Oh, dude, there's Kumanga. There's Manda. Those two aren't there.
The
What?
Fire
Oh,
Dragon.
man.
Bandai made Amanda.
Fire Dragon.
The fire that could have been a set. That could have been a third set. You get the Fire Dragon UFO, Manda, Kumanga, and Varan.
Varen.
Yeah, that's it. But instead, Mezco
you
likes
see-
to sniff their own ass.
But you see, the one main problem of all of that is how many people outside of the fandom would have bought that?
Me.
That's true.
Oh, wait, right. Outside.
many.
Outside.
Okay, in that same vein, who the fuck would have bought the second set that didn't have Godzilla or Minya?
It had King
It
Ghidorah.
still had iconic monsters in it.
Yeah, it's Ghidorah.
Well,
so
then that's on
In
fucking
reality,
Mezco.
they should have spread the iconic faces out
Yep.
between the
they-
3 box sets.
They should
and
have
then
put,
we would
like-
have been golden Pony Boy.
They should have put Mothra and Rodan in the third set.
No,
Kumanga
no,
and
no,
Varan.
no.
You don't think so?
Mothra and Varan in the third set. See, because
Okay.
as much as I'm a Rodan lover, and you know that's my second favorite fucking kaiju of all, I don't think Rodan sells the set. But
Okay.
as Gam Gam pointed out to
Well,
me,
Gitarist does that set.
no, absolutely. But as Gam Gam pointed out to me, Mothra sells a set. Mothra sells a
Yeah.
set so fucking much that it's now doubled in price in Target.
It has.
Fucking Target. That should be regular price. No, it's double the price of Target. And I gotta buy it because now I need all the Mezco. I need them all. I need these 5 points. That's the thing we were talking about before with Rob. Do you need them or do you want them? Like, what it is? I need them. Like, I need them. It's in my blood now. That was my problem. I used to go around buying Star Wars toys when the fucking special editions were coming out. I was going to Toys R Us. This. Oh, episode 1. This. I was buying everything, and I have them. Shit. There's some under my bed right here.
Just like how I want, not need, Bandai and Toho to get over their shit and make Godzilla 98 of the movie monsters here.
Please, for the love of God. And also because I don't think y'all heard me last time, I'm still pissed they didn't make a Singular Point Kumanga figure. They made Salunga, but not Kumanga.
I
They
don't
didn't
know.
make any of the Kumanga figures. Not the
Yeah.
Gigans, not the Megalons, not the nothing.
Pisses me
Which
off.
is a fucking shame because whether you like Singular Point or not, those designs was cooking.
They were.
They were cool.
Dude, I once
Dude, just-
cooked a steak.
I once cooked a steak and marinated it in garlic salt, sauteed onions, and a tiny bit of white wine.
Listen.
I got laid, so that's all that matters.
Damn, you can't even get on me about that shit anymore.
It is what it is.
Oh yeah, hold on. Spider-Man says Juvenile Rodan from Singular Point is what I want. Yeah,
It's out there. SH
Agreed.
Monster Arts has one.
No, SH
no,
Monster Arts
that's
is the
Form
second version
2.
of Rodan, not the first.
it's the
Oh,
one that
you're right.
Godzilla fights in the Red Fog.
You're
yeah.
right. Yeah, that's the one I
we
saw.
don't have black quote unquote Rodan, and we
Yeah.
don't have pink Rodan.
I feel like Singular Point, as far as like figures go, was like rushed and skipped at the same time. So they got the Ultima, the Jet Jaguar, and the Rodan, and then Monster is fucked off.
I mean, you know, there's Anguirus that played a significant role. There's a Gamera
Yeah.
figure that literally played a significant role
And that's what I'm saying.
And the
Like the
plot
movie
of the
Monster
movie-
series did what?
of the show.
4, maybe 5 of the
They-
figures, and then fucked off.
They did Ultima, they did Salunga, they did Jet Jaguar short goblin mode and tall version. They did Manda, Anguirus,
Oh, they did.
and
Okay.
I'm forgetting. They did all of Godzilla's forms: Aquatilus, Amphibious, and Terrestrius. So they hit some pretty basic norms, but the movie Monster series never gave us Rodan. They never gave us Kumonga in any of its major forms.
And
They
then
didn't
they
give us
fucked
Jet
off.
Jaguar on wheels.
And then they fucked off.
You see, what's fucked up about that is, I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed that Singular Point was supposed to air and distribute its merchandising in 2020.
Yeah.
So it's like they had time.
They did.
Yep.
Spider-Man comments that Singular Point and Gear's design is amazing. I like the design. I do.
That was a great design.
It's probably one of the best modernized Anguirus designs ever.
Singular Point is like a weird anomaly where it's like they got super creative with the different designs and it still felt like Godzilla.
Yeah. I mean,
It really did.
I personally think it did the Shin Godzilla thing better, where the different forms are references to other monsters rather than just being what Shin Godzilla's forms were.
Yep.
I agree with you on that.
That
Yeah,
when
to a
Gam
point,
Gam
I
said
agree
that, I
with
was
you
like,
as
yep.
well.
When Gam Gam said that to me for the first time, I was like, yeah, that's it right there.
The problem is where's season 2?
Oh, that
Where is
the
season 2?
problem.
The last we heard anything about a season 2 is that it was going to air after -1 came out, and that there would be an announcement of its existence around that point in time. The only thorn in the ball sack of all of that is -1. Singular Point was made by 2 differing anime studios who are very, very busy amongst their different series.
Yeah.
So everybody who likes to doom post about Singular Point being a flop and is like, this major upset. I hate to break it to you. Actually, I love to break it to you because your mother doesn't love you and your father hates you. It was actually a pretty huge success. It did extremely well for itself. But the fact of the matter is, it was made by 2 very popular and busy anime studios.
Yeah. Spider-Man comments.
Didn't Studio Orange make the human animation?
Studio Orange did the human animation, and Studio Bones did all the CG animation.
Yeah.
And whether you like it or not, that's a tall fucking order for an anime of 13 episodes?
Word.
Oh, absolutely. And Spider-Man over here, being a part of the anime series himself, says, I am on my hands and knees begging Toho for a season 2. I think we all
I am too.
They let it up fantastically. I think
They did.
I don't like the anime trilogy, but I really did like Singular Point.
I thought we were gonna
Making-
get news for season 2 on Godzilla Day,
Maybe this year.
but yeah, maybe this year. Because I was like, all right,
I mean-
at this point, -1 is out. Everybody knows what -1 is. Hey, we're rocking and rolling. Let's go.
I mean, any series that makes Godzilla a figment of reality and time, factoring into the fact that he can basically make humanity as it exists disappear, that's great fucking stakes. That's cool fucking writing. It's just, even as somebody who enjoyed Singular Point, it's just, guys, we do not give a fuck about the inner workings of Godzilla to that extent.
Yep.
You don't need to break it down Wikipedia style for all of us.
Absolutely.
You can make it. You can make it instructions for idiots, singular points for dummies. You can do that, and it's okay. It's fine.
I agree.
You
Yeah.
can.
Now that I'm home, y'all want to see something?
Is it going to cost me $5?
Oh,
He's got a Jet
Jaguar sweater. That shit is dope.
Nana.
Jet
I
Jaguar.
want that song.
Yeah.
Find it for me.
You're goddamn right.
Oh,
I'm
it's Jaguar's
I love
fine.
the great quality.
You know what?
Go.
I love that we sung that song together, and I want to do it again. Can we take it from the top?
Yeah.
Hitoga Zuturuta. No,
Well, not Godzilla related. Bruce over here got something else as well.
Chucky! Oh, nice.
Chucky!
There's no.
Charles Lee Ray. Is that a cat?
Cruz,
That's
you look
dumb.
fantastic with the
Oh.
platinum blonde.
Thank you.
Listen,
You're
his
very
mother
welcome.
never really loved him. His crime fighting covers up a basic insecurity.
Jesus Christ.
He really wants to
Jesus
beat that
Christ.
kid up against the rock. Knock, knock, knock. Who is there?
Oh my god. Why?
Oh, I'm sorry. I watched the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version so much. And I have murdered everyone just now.
that shit fried through my synapses for a minute. I was like, holy shit, that's hysterical.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Listen, you can say what you fucking want about Mystery Science Theater 3000, but that end song they did for Godzilla vs. Megalon, the subtitles, is fucking hilarious.
You know, I tried to forget that because, you know, Godzilla's my guy and I love Megalon. So I was just like, yeah, let's make fun of Gamera instead, right? Like, come on.
Oh yeah, I own those movies physically. The MST3K Gamera ones. The two Godzilla ones I had to actually hunt down and download because Toho sued the shit out of them because they didn't have permission.
Oh, well, you know, it's classic Toho.
Toho strikes again.
Yeah, which is amazing to me because those are two of the Sea Monster and Godzilla vs. Megalon are some of their best. I love those two episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Damn right. Both his movies and his episodes, man, they were on their top fucking game.
Fucking, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it when I go to bed tonight. I'm just gonna put on Godzilla vs. Megalon Mystery Science Theater 3000. And I remember the beginning segment, they have those fucking guitars, but they're the dog squeaky toys on it, so they're just squeaking the shit out of them. Oh my god, it's fucking fantastic. I haven't watched those in like a month. What am I doing with my life? I need to get it together.
I'm probably gonna call it a night once G1 gets back because it's getting late for me.
I think we're all about to. Trust me. I'm feeling it, dude. It's been a week. It has been a week, but you know what? It's a Memorial Day weekend. I'm grilling tomorrow. I'm drinking beer tomorrow. I'm figure hunting tomorrow. I'm watching movies tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm making a fucking review of Retro Color Space Godzilla tomorrow.
By the way, I highly recommend Zombie Ass Toilet of the Dead. Go watch that.
Zombie Ass Toilet of the Dead. That
it's on
sounds like a
Tubi.
fetish film.
No, it's on Tubi for free. I'm telling you, it is the funniest Japanese movie I've ever fucking seen.
Is that the one with the farting zombie women?
Yes, it is hilarious.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Go watch it. I bought that movie brand new for $15, having no idea what it was, and not only was I not disappointed, I just fucking loved it. Every movie needs to be like that. It was, dude, it always changed its tone. It would be serious. It would be dramatic. It would have a worm coming out of a girl's butt and then turn them into zombies and they run backwards with their butts being the head. It was fantastic. It was hilarious. There's flying, farting Japanese girls. It's great.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Have you seen Zombie for Sale?
No, I have not.
It's a Korean zombie movie that does exactly that, but tone switches right towards the beginning and the end to a point where it's so comedically whiplash-like. It's so fucking worth it.
Yeah.
It's adorable, but it's also disgusting, but it's also fucking hilarious.
And that's the thing this fucking weekend. I'm trying to figure out what movie we're all supposed to be watching at my buddy's house.
Furiosa. JR, real quick, I just came out, I just thought of something.
Yeah.
We have a G-Show Discord, correct?
Yeah, we do. That's what we're talking on right now.
Yeah. How do we get people in here? I don't know. I don't understand how that works.
Oh, that's easy. See, they need to request to be in here.
Okay.
Like, for instance, if they were to type in the chat, hey, can I join the Discord? I'll let them in. As long as they're not an ass, of course.
Like you.
Well, yeah, I'm an ass, but I'm a good ass. I'm talking about the bad
He's
ass.
a lot.
See, you're a goody little two shoes.
How's that?
I got 2 left feet. Trust me, I'm not getting 2 shoes.
Hey, I'm just quoting Ash versus Evil Dead, Army of Darkness. What are we doing? So,
Okay, listen, hold up real quick. I got a caller tonight. I'm starting to fall asleep. It's getting late. I love all y'all. Thank y'all for having me. JR, RJ, Drew, Cruz, the whole 9 yards. Love y'all. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Love you, Rob.
Good
Rob, thanks
night
for
to
hanging,
all of
brother.
y'all. Have a lovely rest of the podcast. I love all of y'all. See you later.
Absolutely. This
Goodbye.
podcast is probably going to end in about 10 to 15 minutes, to be honest.
10
Because
to
I'm
15
right there
minutes.
with Rob. I am right there with Rob. We are the 3:44 mark right now, almost 3:45. We have been rocking and rolling for a fucking minute. And honestly, yeah.
So, real quick, I'll say, give me a week. I'll get the Discord channel 100% set up for fans
Okay.
to chat with us
Okay.
on Discord. Give me a week. So, chat, as in Spider-Man, you just wait. Because you'll be coming in here and you'll be giving everyone a just one.
Everybody gets one. And with that, I am out. Good night.
Yeah,
my friends and
I gotta
neighbors.
go too because my phone's at 1%.
Dude,
So
they just
I-
hijacked your outro.
No, this is the best part because you know what? We can absolutely end here. So, Rob, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely, always. It's a joy. It's a pleasure. It's always a fun fucking time with my homies.
Love it. Gams, thank you for joining us.
Always a pleasure. Even though today has been not great for me on the work front, it has been a great podcast.
Beautiful.
Yes.
JR, thank you for joining us.
Eat jacket made of steel. Eat sushi from a pail. Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar. His mother never really loved him.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this episode of the G Show live stream, the Godzilla Black Party live stream.